Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. See, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, into the darkness. I hope I get there soon. There's so many things to do, so many people I need to talk to, and they've all been waiting for me. Well, I gotta make it through. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. Thank my stars for ever be green. You have no idea what it means. No, no, to a man who's always traveling, who's seen the things that I've seen. I don't know what's yet to come, not sure of anything that I've done really makes that much a difference. Well, I hope it has for some. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. Well, I was driving over the moon, in my big hot air balloon, floating high up in the darkness. I promise that I'll make it to you very soon. Something special happened today.
What's up, good people? What's up, good people? We getting it in a later show. I had some extreme technical issues that had to get technical with it. That's all I had to say. I had to fix some things, had to take care of some things, and it just shit wasn't working. My camera, the battery wasn't charged. I'll probably be getting that new AC adapter battery pack thingy majiggy that I've been waiting on. That's supposed to be here tomorrow or today. I think it said the 11th, and it's the 11th. So I don't know. I might be getting that today, so that's a problem that won't happen. It's a few things I still got to work the kinks out on, but you know the slogan is saying build the plane while we're flying it, or as Obsidian says, his tagline, thinking black man's radio, some assembly is required. This isn't exactly radio because I'm on video, but some assembly is still required in this piece. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Like to welcome all of y'all for coming in today. Let me do the little check to make sure y'all can hear me. I see the circle pulsating. So there it is. We in the building. What's going on? Shout out to those that make it in bright and early. And some people made it in bright and early with some super chats. Y'all know I appreciate that. That is much welcome, much appreciated. We got D-Rock Den in the building. What's going on? 91 people in here already, so people coming in fast, quick, and heavy. I like that. Chief BD in the building says, morning, folks. And my man, brother Xavier from the Prophet of Thought series in the building with a super chat right out the gate. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Got LaShawn H in the building. Good morning. We'll see who else we got in here. J3 says, let's good likes up. I'm just playing with you. Think you mean let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. I thought he was saying what's good or what's up. I think he merged what's good, what's up. No, let's go. Oh no. See, that's where I can't see. I need a bigger monitor. That's let's go. I thought it was a D at the end of that. I need a bigger monitor or need glasses because that looked blurry. I thought it was a D. I thought I said let's good, but he's saying let's go likes up. That's still wrong. Even when I make my correction, it's still not right. It's like that's what gamers be doing. They be like, let's go. I be hearing my kids doing that when they getting hype on the game. Let's go. Oh shit. I gotta stop that screen share right there. But he said, let's go. Let's go. Likes up. I think he meant let's get the likes up. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? The Mac the Trucker in the building. He says, what's good, people? Hood Conservative in the building. BW Logic. Is that like a riddle or something? Yes. It's literally a riddle. And shit. Hate to do this because y'all just filed right in bright and early. My kids just knocked at the fucking door. So I gotta push pause, and that's the call right there. That's the call. You see the call coming in. I'm going to try to do this in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. I'll be back. 20 seconds. I got to go run upstairs and let them in. All right. I'm back. And the views didn't go down. The views actually went up. While I was going to take care of that. I appreciate you. Thought I could have came back and it would have been 37 people in here. Damn. I ran upstairs and ran back down. I'm out of breath. Shit. You out of shape when you got to abruptly go make a quick sprint. gotta do a quick sprint. You find out your ass is out of shape. All right, who else in the building? Black King, Mace Taggart. What's going on? I saw another super chat down here. Ricardo Rodney in the building. Black Wolf Inc. sent me a nice sizable cash app requesting that I do a one-on-one with the individual. I'll keep it a mystery right now, but whenever he send me the big bucks requesting a one-on-one is normally, oh shit, y'all was counting me down? Did I make it back in time? Y'all was counting me down. I don't know if I made it back in time. Let me check on that, make sure that's ready. Oh man. Yeah, I was the same boat on y'all ass. I had to sprint. What up, game changer? Oh man, Bernard, you gotta feel the burn and burn the feeling. Yeah. But once again, I apologize for coming on as late as I did today. You know, I like to get it in bright and early, but I had to do what I had to do. I was running late, and then once I finally got set and was ready to go on at 10, there was some technical issues and shit that I had to fix and all kind of shit. But we in here, we in the building. Black Wolf Inc. He says, "Hey Captain, I must regretfully inform you that I had a CAT scan on my brain this morning, and they found money on my mind. You dig?" That's good. That's a good CAT scan. That's a good CAT scan. Yeah, man. You know how I do. Keith. You already know what it is, man. You know what it is. Oh man, I'm tired too. I feel like I got shit in my eyes. But all right, let's get this thing started. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the topic. I was gonna have shit to share and show on the screen, but I opted not to do that because the female YouTuber that sparked this thought process is not the only one guilty of it, so I'm not going to highlight her and or promote her. But we all know the stats, okay? Let's start off with some stats. We all know that teen pregnancy is going down, which is good. Which is a good thing. Teen pregnancy is almost extinct. Still happens, but it's going down drastically. We know that. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. But what has happened, the flip side of that, is that women in their mid-30s are the single mothers. And that's happening a lot with Black women. In the mid-30s, they popping out babies. They're racing up against that biological clock. And while racing up against that biological clock, they're getting it done. Many of them finding a bed buck. I call them serial impregnators. They're just finding somebody who can ultimately just pop a baby in them and call it a day. That's what a lot of them are doing. Let's see. Smokehouse came in with a super chat. He says, "I like the Jack Daniels honey, but my new favorite is Jack Daniels Sinatra Select. Never had that. Especially good when dealing with BS from Black women. Thank God it's Friday." I've never been that kind of drinker that drinks when I'm dealing with BS. I've always just been a celebration drinker or a out partying social drinker. I've never been, man, this shit is horrible. I can't deal with life no more. I gotta have a drink now. I never been that type of drinker when some bad shit happened. I got to have a drink. Never been me. Always been just social, having fun, have a drink. You know, that's why I have a drink when I'm on the show, because I feel like, this is a special occasion every day. So I might pour just a little bit every day. But thank you for the super chat. That honey Jack is the shit. It is. Because I can't just regular Jack Daniels. I ain't that type of drinker where I just drink some shit and I gotta have some flavor. Some people just drink just to drink. I ain't an alcoholic like that. I gotta have some flavor. That's why I like honey Jack Daniels. I like vanilla Crown. Apple Crown is good. Even that Tennessee Fire, that Fire Jack is good. It really tastes like Fireball. But anyway, still good. Well, like I was saying, we all know the stats on that. The stats, they are what they are. Pregnancy is coming from women, and there's a lot of Black women later in their life, mid to late 30s, they're getting pregnant They didn't find a husband. The biological clock is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. They got to get that. Want to get a baby out before all is said and done. Here's the catch, because that in and of itself, I can't knock a woman. Okay, I can't knock a woman if she wants to have Johnny move that down. Thank you for that super chat again, Smokehouse. I can't knock a woman if she's just on some 30, I'm 35. I don't have a husband. I'm already right in the high risk area with pregnancy. I want to have a child before it's too late. You know, we be criticizing the shit out of women in this space, but at the end of the day, if she failed to secure a husband, and it is what it is right now, she managed to not get knocked up and become a baby mama. So she figured, I need to have a kid. Right now, it's only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to flip. Not just one. But yeah, that's how they feeling. They only get one shot. So they got to go for it. So they go for it and they do it. Here's the problem, and this goes back to the title. And I was going to put feminist in the title, but I'm trying to stay away from that, because a lot of these black women, they will get mad when we accuse them of being feminist. They will pound their fists on the table. I'm not a feminist. God damn it. But let's look at other arguments that they make. And we got to get better at this. When one person says one thing, because everything I just said right there was some internal logic in that. It's some internal logic for the 33, 34, 35, 36-year-old woman who's saying, hey, I'm racing against the clock. I have not found a husband yet. What do you expect me to do? I do want to have a child before it's too late. What do you expect me to do? There's some internal logic in that, but I'm about to show where the logic breaks down. Because we got to get better at when somebody says one thing, you got to take that other thing that they've said and put it together and see if it all internally makes sense. Counselor Murray in the building. Shout out to Counselor Murray for the super chat. He said the buzzer beaters, LOL, something on the Jack Honey. I'm a Crown vanilla guy. Yeah, vanilla Crown. That's what that camera reverse. That's what that is right there behind me. Right there. Right here. Vanilla Crown. All about that vanilla Crown. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Consular Murray. Me and Consular Murray did an excellent, very important one-on-one. We will be doing more of those in the future. Email me some pictures. I want to change the thumbnail. I want to put you in the thumbnail and put your name in the title. I'm gonna change that up because I do want to promote you in this space, because your work and what you do is all very much needed. So I'm gonna change that title, because your name's not even in the title and your face ain't in the thumbnail. So send me some images of you so I can play around with the play around and make a nice neat little thumbnail with your face in it. So but thank you for that super chat. But okay, I broke down how there's some internal logic in the 35-year-old woman finding a serial impregnator, bid buck, or just somebody to give her his seed so she can have a baby before it's too late. There is some internal logic in that. She failed to get a husband from 18 to 34 or whatever, and then she's just like, fuck it, I'm just about to have a baby. Understand that. Here's the catch. Whiskey Sour on the rocks, please. Black Wolf Inc. in the building with another super chat. Here's the catch, and I'm about to read something for you. That was written. I'm not going to highlight it on the screen. You just got to listen to me read. But I got to do like that. Okay. This was something that was written by a black woman. And I do believe what I'm about to read to you, roughly 85 to 90% of black women will think that these statements make sense. And by themselves, yeah, it does kind of make sense. But when you compare it, when you take it and when you take this comment and plug it in with the other comment, they're not going to make sense. And I'm trying to, obscure who I'm talking about here. But the same person who made the video, who recently was talking about how it's not wrong for that, mid-30s woman to just go and get pregnant if she wants to be a mother, because after all, she's by then she's established herself, she's financially secure, she's worked hard, she's put herself in a position to take care of a baby. If she hasn't found a husband, I was listening to the internal logic there, but that same person also made this statement here. So we got to put those two statements together. And the statement is, ladies, before you can take care of anyone else, first learn how to take care of yourself. First, keep a good home for yourself. Learn how to cook delicious food for yourself. Earn a good living. That's an important part. Earn a good living for yourself. Learn how to budget your own home by yourself. Learn what you like and dislike for yourself. In all caps, yourself. Cultivate you first. Then you will have a better frame of reference of who you want in your life and how you want to plan a family. Period. Ride solo first. Only give your husband children when you both are ready, committed, and financially secure. By itself, that sounds like a good statement. By itself, it doesn't sound that bad. But all the shit that she talked about doing right there, for a woman to establish all of that and have all that going, where she's fully financially secure, has a home, has everything going, that to where she's basically mastered adulthood. How long does it take a woman, particularly a black woman, to get all the way there? It takes a man till he's about 27 or 30 to get there. Probably 30 years old. Everything that she talked about would take the average woman till she's about 30 to really reach that level, to where your career, your home, you're financially secure, you're responsible, you're stable, you got it all figured out. That is going to take until 30. And then she's saying, and now then you can start, looking for a husband, planning for a husband, and doing all of that. Now, if it was one person who made the first comment and then another person who made the second comment, then I would just say, those are just two women who think differently. No big deal. That comment came from the same person who just made a video saying that it's nothing wrong with a woman in her mid-30s waiting. I mean, nothing wrong with a woman in her mid-30s who haven't found a husband just going ahead and just getting pregnant by somebody just to have a baby and like basically being a deliberate single mother. She's saying there's nothing wrong with that. But she's also saying that a woman should essentially live a life and plan a life that makes it to where she's not even in the market for a husband until after 30, 31, 32. Do you see the problem there? Do you see how a lot of them, if they could write their own life, they would write it in a way to where they would end up a single mother? But will blame black men for the high single mothers rate. But when they're given full creative control to plan out their life exactly how they would have it, they end up in a situation where they end up in the same place. They're ending up in the same place. Only difference is, instead of getting knocked up at 17, 18, or 19, they're basically saying, chase your dreams, chase your goals, live your best life, because all that cultivate this, cultivate that. She didn't include it in there, but it was a lot of, we know it was some cock carouseling going on in there. I mean, that we can't play dumb with that. It ain't nothing, not against the law. You're a single woman. You can hop on some single dick. Ain't not against the law. Not against the law. Not a problem at all. I think I missed a super chat. I know Black Wolf just got that. He said, whiskey sour on the rocks, please. Perfect Storm, my man. He says, try some Don Q. What is that? I know that J is probably pronounced like a H. Aged rum. Got a glass right now. I don't even know what that's called. Is that Anho? Don Q Anho? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. But I'll type it. I'll Google it. I'll Google it and try it. But shit gotta have flavor for me, man. I just can't be drinking shit just to drink shit. Gotta have some flavor. But thank you for the super chat, Perfect Storm and Black Wolf. Okay, you got some backup in the chat. Silent says that the Don Q the shit. Really? I know nothing about that. But y'all see the problem here. Not just from the same women of the same group, but literally the same woman. The same exact woman can literally say, basically, work hard, establish yourself. Work hard, establish yourself. Spend your 20s. Basically, you got to get through school. Probably gotta go get your master's. Gotta do all of that. Go through school, be done with school, 23, 24, who knows, work your ass off from 23 to 30, get yourself established. So basically, they set up a life. It's like their whole life plan is one without a man. It's like they given full creative control. They lay out basically a feminist life, a feminist wet dream of a life. You're free, you do what you want to do, you work hard, you make your own money, you do a little, have some fun, have some sexual partners. But you notice in everything that she was saying when I read exactly how she would want to lay out her life is cultivate this, pull it up again because I'm forgetting. It was basically like, before you can take care of anyone else, basically talking about children. Okay, that's cool. Take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Keep a good home for yourself. Learn to cook delicious food for yourself. Earn a good living for yourself. And it takes a while for a woman to get to the point where you're earning a good living. Even with men, it takes us to about 30, most of us, before we're making really good money. So for the average woman, yes, she's talking about, basically do all of this stuff until you're about 30. Take care of yourself, keep a good home for yourself, learn to cook delicious food for yourself, earn a good living for yourself, learn how to budget your own home by yourself, learn what you like and dislike for yourself. That's really, she's talking about men right there. That's the code language, and that's the cock carousel language smuggled into what she was saying when she was saying, learn what you like and dislike for yourself. She's basically saying, figure out, what type of men you like to deal with. Cultivate you first, then you will have a better frame of reference of who you want in your life. That's go see what I'm saying? That's what she says, basically, like, learn what you like and dislike for yourself so you have a better frame of reference for who you want in your life. That's basically saying, experiment with a lot of dicks and figure out, what type of guy and what type of dicks you're into and all of that. That's basically what she's saying right there. Figure out who you want in your life and how you want to plan a family. Ride solo first. If they're saying ride solo first with a plan that will take you into your early 30s to fully achieve everything that she just laid out there. And then she turns around and says, oh, it's nothing wrong. These comments were months apart. Then she turns around and says, there's nothing wrong with a woman in her mid 30s that didn't find a husband to go ahead and and find a serial impregnator to impregnate her if she hasn't found a husband, by her mid-30s or mid to early 30s. Do you see how, and the thing is, like I said earlier, that first comment, the majority of black women, I would argue upwards of 80-90% would think that comment made sense about cultivating a life for yourself first. Most of them would think that makes sense. And I do believe that upwards of 80 to 90% of them would think that it makes sense that, yeah, if you haven't found a husband at 35, go ahead and get pregnant. If most of them would think that would make sense, it's like it puts us in a place where we can just write them off damn near as just all feminists who, unless they find that perfect situation with the perfect guy, with unless it's the perfect situation, they will definitely hop on board, get with a man, and marry him. Many of them turn down a lot of proposals. We find that out all the time. Whenever we have these conversations, we always find that out, that they're turning down proposals left and right. They're turning down guys left and right. They say, well, this guy wasn't this guy wasn't that. But really, no, they were having fun. They were living their best life. They were doing what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it, and was loving every minute of it. And then when they got to the point to where they were established, where they knew they was in full position, where they achieve, full, I suppose, strong, independent, don't need no man. That's basically what she was saying. To sum up what she was saying, she was basically saying, become strong, independent, don't need no man. And then that's when you got to get a man. But everything she said, to become strong, independent, and not need a man, is going to take a woman into her early 30s to achieve that, to accomplish that. It's a very small window to get married. And then if you don't get married in that time, it's like, oh, just become a baby mama. It's like they're basically laying out their playbook. They're laying out a feminist playbook, because like that's a feminist wet dream. Live single free, do what you want to do, cultivate your life. That's the words they use, but really they mean just single free, do what you want to do, but build shit for yourself like a man. Then once you got it all established and built like a man, now only then, now in this brief window that you got, if you don't get married in that time, go get pregnant. The same woman that wrote the comment that I read literally just did a stream talking about it's not wrong for a woman over 35 in her mid 30s to just go ahead and get pregnant. Why? Because her biological clock is ticking. Just did a stream about that. But when that clock is ticking, go and get a baby. That by itself, again, is sort of understandable, because I understand a woman's biological needs. But when they're cultured in a way to where they're going to plan a life to ensure that they're in that situation, that's a whole nother shitstorm. That's a whole nother shitstorm when a culture of women thinks in that way. Saying 35 is too late. Well, not necessarily for, you can get pregnant at 35. It's, a little high risk, but you can get pregnant at 35. You can have a baby at 35. And if you're 35 and strong, independent, don't need no man, and got her own money and can take care of herself and has cultivated her life and has budgeted her money and planned and figured out exactly what she like and how she like it, and did all the stuff that it said in the little list that I just read, if she's done all of that, she can have a baby and she can afford to take care of it. But the thing is, that was the fucking plan. That was the fucking plan from the start, to be exactly in that situation. When men who give a damn about, having children, having a family. When we lay out our thoughts and ideas, it don't like what she laid out is literally the equivalent of a guy just saying, hey, I gotta, I want to be single, I want to be free, I ain't trying to be committed to nobody, but I got a biological imperative to impregnate bitches. So yeah, I'm gonna be single and free. I ain't gonna commit to no hoes, but I'm gonna get a couple of them pregnant. Like I feel like what she said was the intellectual equivalent of the nigga I just made up and did an impersonation of. It was literally the intellectual equivalent of that. But somehow women respected women. Because if you listen to a lot of educated PhD feminists talk and lay out shit, a lot of them will lay out something very similar. Then again, there's kind of a difference with white women. It's kind of a difference because they try to tell them to pack it in at 25. They basically said, I forgot who it was. It might have been Sheryl Sandberg. No, I forgot who it is. It might have been her. She was basically telling a group of, I think, college age girls to, have fun, fuck who you want, fuck the bad boy, the jocks, dude, just have at it. But, don't get pregnant. And by 24, 25, go and marry the good guy, the Mr. Nice guy. Go marry Poindexter. That's what they're saying. Black women more times than not are saying, have your fun, sleep with, the good, the bad boy, the jock, the thug, the hood nigga, the smooth nigga, the swagged out nigga. Just do, have fun, fuck who you want and fuck who you don't. But build and cultivate your life and, be able to take care of yourself. And then, by the time you make it to your early 30s, when you're really there and you got everything established, give yourself a brief window to find a husband. You don't find one, go get pregnant. That's one of the differences that's going on there. One of the differences that's going on there. What are we, 40 minutes in? We got 282 people in the building. And I haven't even hit the like on my own goddamn video. So I definitely expect you motherfuckers to do it now that I've finally done it. And why is that skipping and lagging like that? This shit is skipping and lagging kind of funny. Everybody's shit been doing it. I don't know if that's just happening on my end. Hopefully that's only happening on my end. All right. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. I always say that I'm going to do 2 a days. Today might be the lucky day that I actually go ahead and do that. Because there's a completely different topic I want to cover. It kind of piggybacks on what me and Counselor Murray was talking about. Okay, Mike Shinnery says good on this end. So hopefully that's just my computer or my internet that's been acting up lately. It's like when I'm listening to somebody live, I have to rewind it back some, like 1 minute. Because if I like watch it live right on the time, right on the dial, it's going to like skip every 10 seconds is going to like fluctuate or do something funny. So I don't know. Can't really explain that, but it does it. But is what it is. Links in the chat. Oh, and we got Hurricane Edward Anderson in the building. What's going on? Let me get my earpiece together.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like you
I'm using my headset.
What'd you say?
I'm using my headset, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got a little bit of background, but it's cool.
right, I won't be on long. When I'm gonna get my one-on-one, Bernard? When I'm gonna get my one-on-one?
Oh no,
On
yeah, we do. We do for another one. Yeah, we did one before, but yeah, we gotta run it back. We gotta run it back. Yeah.
Yeah, this one definitely could have been one. Actually, now that I'm thinking about analyzing. But anyway, I didn't see the initial beginning part. So what were you? Were you analyzing black female logic, or
No,
clickbait title, or what's going on with that?
just to sum it up as brief as possible. Um, an unnamed person made a video saying a black female unnamed person made this video saying that it's nothing wrong with a woman who's hit 35 years old, biological clock is ticking, she's in those early to mid 30s, biological clock ticking, nothing wrong with her just going to get pregnant, acknowledging that she's failed to secure a husband. So at this point, she still wants to be a mother. She has that biological need from within to be a mother. So there's nothing wrong with her going to essentially get pregnant. Just find a bed bug, serial impregnator, whatever we're going to call it. Now, that same exact woman a couple months ago wrote this statement right here. Where is it at? Okay, ladies, before you can take care of anyone else, first learn how to take care of yourself. First, keep a good home for yourself. Learn how to cook delicious food for yourself. Earn a good living for yourself. Learn how to budget your own home by yourself. Learn what you like and dislike for yourself. Cultivate you first. Then you will have a better frame of reference of what you want in life and how you want to plan a family. Ride solo first. Only give your husband children and when you both are ready and committed and financially secure. So basically, all that shit that she laid out for a woman to achieve all that financial security and everything and have a home and have everything cultivated and working properly for herself, that shit is going to take damn near to 30, if not 31, 32. But this same person is also making the argument that, oh, if a woman makes it to 33, 34, 35 and don't got a husband, it's okay to go ahead and get pregnant. So you see how on one hand, they're basically saying establish yourself first, like basically accomplish everything that a man's going to accomplish, and only then do you go and try to get a husband once you've established yourself first.
Well,
And
I mean,
then,
the root code of all of that is I want to do what the fuck I want to do, and not only do you niggas have nothing to say about it, but I want you all to validate what the fuck I do. And if you
oh shit. Damn, you just dropped.
that,
Oh yeah, okay, go.
some black dude and some single motherhood is deified amongst black women and some black dudes. So at the end of the day, man, if you understand the base code that they're operating from, I mean, that makes perfect sense. They can do what they want to do, and that's it.
Yeah, but do you see the I don't even know if to call it a contradiction. It's basically like she's basically telling women to plan out your life in a way to where you're not really going to even be in the market for a husband or until you're at least about 31 or 32. But if you don't find it in that brief window between 32 and 35, just go get pregnant.
But here's the truth. Here's the truth, though. I want to be real productive about what I'm going to say. In the black, this is true for every black man lost. It's not a black man's role to say that's some stupid shit. You a stupid bitch. That's not black men's role to say that. You know who's supposed to say that?
You would think
older black women. Elder black women are supposed to say. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you. Yep.
Elder black women are supposed to say, little girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Have you ever seen Judge Hatchett from Divorce Court?
Yeah.
So some episodes she does that. She checks the system when it's not if she doesn't check system just to check system, but if they say some really stupid shit, like I divorced him because he was doing everything he was supposed to do and I got bored, which is some stuff that women have said on multitude of occasions, she will literally pause the show and chastise that woman. She's done it a couple of times, even though it's not a mainstay of her show. My point is, you see an attractive elder black woman. My point is, this is a woman that pretty much has been successful. You can see it in how she looks. You can see it in the position she holds. Obviously, she's on TV. You got to be a real judge to do that too. And I've heard her talk in like newscasts as well, when the few times they get her up for commentary. So this is not just a role that she plays. Women can't refute that, because they can just say you have a penis or you have a dick, so therefore you don't know. Versus when other women tell them about themselves, they are more successful than them that are women. You can't say like the subconscious is not programmed. These women are not programmed to go at that the same way. This is a big reason why black women, quite frankly, don't like the black church. They have an interesting relationship with the church. It wasn't because of the men, it was because the women were shaming them. And they associate that with negativity. And that's why, a lot of women they're kind of in and out with the church. Also, that's why, if you notice, those were one of the first women that they really removed from the sisterhood. This is why you have to understand that women that will check other women, they are in, like, women respond a lot more hostilely to them than they do like black men doing it, because they see that as a much more real threat. So the truth is, a lot of what black men say, black men are supposed to be doing building and stuff like that, and we're supposed to be choosing the women that's best for us, regardless of race. Although race is supposed to get the first look, I do believe that. But it's the women that's
No, I was just saying, I like how you worded that your own race should get the first look. I think that's just default. I think most people are going to give their own race the first look.
And for the most part, black men, even SYSBM guys have been trained to give black women the first look. It's the women that's supposed to. And by the way, this is seen in Latin women, this is seen in Asian women, it's seen in other races. The women are usually the ones that are teaching women. Men are not supposed to teach women to be women. They're not. Men are supposed to create the environment that basically sets the checks and balances and sets the rules, the punishment and reward mechanisms for women being the way we want. And then it's up to the elder women to get these females in line. And we put things in like religion and stuff to also assist in doing that we control. The problem is that black men, this is where understanding you're in a gynocracy matters. Black men don't have that ability. Even men in the islands have that ability because they control the island by which they live. We don't have that ability because our citizenship is coded into white supremacy. So it's not about what we can't build. We prove we could build it in Black Wall Street, because Black Wall Street's were multiple cities, not just one. And you see what happened. No other group has to deal with this Cold War BS that we got to deal with. Maybe Palestine. But even then, Palestine still has their own stuff where they control their situation, and the Israelites just go in there when they're ready to flex on them. But Israelites don't deal with Palestinian women like that. They leave the men to do that. So even in that situation, the men still have that control. So coming back to maybe there's some people up. I'm not looking at my phone. Coming back to the main thing, black female logic is rooted into the fact that I can always run the white daddy. At the end of the day, that woman is saying what she's saying because white daddy's going to provide her with a corporate job. White daddy's going to provide her with welfare if she needs it. You see, if white daddy wasn't doing that, whether it's conscious or subconscious, she wouldn't be able to say that, because at the end of the day, she would be vulnerable to her men and their judgment. Black women are the only women that can run to another man to check their own men as efficiently as in America. You can't do that anywhere else. Anywhere else, I would challenge anybody to show me anywhere else where you can do that. With any other race, any other group, show me where you could do the same thing. Is easy. White supremacy is 911 dial away. So a woman understands that, and they've been cultured in that environment. So of course they're gonna double talk like that because it doesn't matter. And also, and this is the last thing, she's operating from biological need. She wants a baby because biology tells her to get a baby, not because she's actually thinking and that's something she wants. She doesn't care about that child because she actually believes, she knows the stats on two-parent households, but women nowadays are open about saying, I wanted the baby, not the man. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there, but I know it's probably other people.
All right, yeah, let me I'll email you. I mean, if you ready on Monday, we can do it on Monday, but let me know what day you ready. We can get a one-on-one together. Oh shit! Damn it! What happened to I was just about to pass the mic to come back. I don't even see the name. Saying somebody was up. But that's something that we can. Well, let me get these super chats real quick. Triple T Kill says, "Shout out Bernard, just a little something. Thanks for the content. Yeah, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that." My man, okay, good. Brother Ray came back. My man, Cut to the Chase came through. Says, "Peace, Bernard 100. Salute and shout out to Cut to the Chase." So please salute and shout out. And who else we got in here? Maury Mo said most of our women can't even pair bond, which is a big problem. They honestly think they can juggle multiple men at the same time without consequences.
Not psychologically wired to do that, but they believe it.
Yep. Information man in the building. What's going on? He says, "Peace to Brother Bernard. Definitely salute and peace to Information man." Damn, a lot of y'all came through. Black Wolf back again. Please check out Big Sean. Wolves? Huh? I don't even know what you're talking about there. Oh, okay. All right. Got you. I see what you're saying. Smokehouse back with another one. He said, "Happiness over race all day. We only get one life to live. I don't care what anyone thinks." Oh no. That's. I mean, that goes back to what Ed was saying. He said people typically give their own race the first look, but at the end of the day, you're gonna pick whatever.
Notice is never framed that way. Notice is never framed that. It was always framed like black men out the womb.
Damn, we lost Ed at the last minute. Yeah, but that's cool. Hold on, real quick. I got one more real quick. Indigenous TV in the building. He said, "Black women in the Western world, outside of white women, of course, have the luxury of having their entire existence fully funded by white men." Edward is dead on with his comments. Okay, this is the problem I have when y'all say that their existence fully funded by white men. What y'all mean by fully funded by white men? Y'all mean the government of the country that we are citizens of. We are citizens of this country. We fund the government of this country. So this existence that they're getting funded by, we're funding that shit too. Well, I pay taxes.
Well,
so let's stop licking and kissing the ass of white men for something that we contribute to and fund as well as working citizens who pay taxes. That's you give them a creative license to have in their mind a justified disrespect towards black men because they look at white men as providing something for them, as if we didn't help build this country, as if we haven't fought in every war for this country, as if we're not citizens of this country, as if we don't work in this country, as if we don't pay taxes in this country, as if we don't contribute. We put in on this. So if they're benefiting from this, they're benefiting from a collective of a country that we all contribute to. So we can't. I don't like when we just call that white man. Me and Ed probably can do a one-on-one talking about that. But anyway, brother Ray, what's
going on, man?
What you got, man?
Hey, I gotta break it on down, man, because a lot. See, when he said white men and all this here, understand something. The reason why black women say that, because most men seem to lead with their wallet instead of leading with being a man.
Hold on. What do you mean? Hold on. Wait. What do you mean by the reason black women say that? Say what?
Because a woman wants a man she can respect. Right?
No. You said the reason black women say that. I don't know what that is.
Like if you haven't found a man, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, get pregnant. If you are already financially secure without the man. But in actuality, a woman wants a man that she can respect. And so most men, especially in this space, you understand me, they have been taught that it's okay to just lead with your wallet. In this whole white daddy situation, it goes like this. The white man has been talked up in our community forever. The white man ain't gonna do this. The white man ain't gonna do this. The white man this. The white man that. And then when you come to one another, we niggas. And so if the white man has been talked up in our community, especially amongst us men, what do you think our women are taking this in? And we're going home to our woman talking about the white man. You understand? And that's psychological. But
I can agree. That's some weak shit when black men do put too much emphasis and too much focus on the white man. Like I don't like that. I mean, this is how I've always looked at it. Somebody who's done blue collar work for most of my life.
Right.
I would go in there. I'm doing blue collar work. It's white men that I work with who they don't like the boss either. They don't like the company we work for either. They feel like we both doing the same blue collar work, going home with a sore back, and they don't want to, give the workers a raise, the people higher up, because they trying to figure out how to make their end of the year, they quarterly profits look better. So if they could, figure out a way to go cheap on the health insurance or go cheap on the wages, they're gonna fuck over the little guys, whether they black or white.
But they don't.
We go home and we call that the white man. Okay, well, what do the white guy who does the same blue collar work as me? What do he call it?
The thing is, he don't call it the white man.
Right. See, so we shouldn't call it. We shouldn't call it that either, because it's like
right. It's just
we just kissing the ass of other men. And
that's what I'm saying. And so
most men, 90% of most men are employees that work for somebody else, regardless of their race.
Right. So when the guy, I can't think of his name. When the guy said that, and I keep on hearing Kevin saying with the so-called high value male, and once the so-called high value male get with a woman who don't need this money, now your butt hurt. You understand?
I don't get where you're going with that when you're saying,
because we saying black women logic. And so if a man has nothing to offer but his money, that's it, and she makes her own money, then why in the world would I want to commit myself to a trick? I might as well stay by myself.
Where you get it from that he has nothing to offer but his money?
Because anytime you start off something with high value male, and the first thing it starts with is money and not being a man first, and everything associated with high value male is connected with money.
It starts with okay. I think a lot of people they say, you mentioned Kevin Samuels, so I'll just his definition. Yeah, it starts with money. There are other shit as a man that you have to do. It's not. As people are spinning it around like he's literally just saying, I'm just a stack of money. That's all I am. Come submit to this money that I'm waving in front of you.
But that's
a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper than that.
No, I know it's a lot deeper. As a man,
it's a lot deeper.
That's how you took it. And here's the thing. And the reason why I'm saying this is because shit, Ramil. We just had this argument on Ramil shit, talking about game is important, but it ain't the be all end all. And that was Ramil's title. And the same argument was being presented. Let's keep it real. Most black men are broke. If you make $50,000 or more, you're in the top 20% of black men economically.
I thought it was 30.
This idea that I'm saying is this idea that there's a whole bunch of dudes that's got the disposable income to just trick their way into getting a chick above, let's say a 6 or a 6, is really not in the numbers that people talk about. So we make it like there's this play called tricking in America now. In America, where folks are operating on a much higher pay scale than going overseas and doing that is happening, and it's really that they're not a man. Here's the thing: the women are already choosing who they want to choose. This idea that women are not choosing, and I'll agree with you on the sense that black women care more about what I call it genetic currency versus economic currency. Economic currency is the money, security. Genetic currency is how the dude look, does his dick work, can he make her come her eyes, that shit like that. People will more associate with gang, right? Mouthpiece, swag, that all stuff. Because what is that affecting her? Her biological need to have children and her biological need to be secure, right? If you split them, it's supposed to be the same, but if you split them, that's what it is. The thing is, what black women do is they will go for their animal. I'm not calling black women animals, but they will go on their biological imperative backwards. Other women will go for the money, then cheat. Black women will actually run their numbers up and then try to go for the money, then get mad with the dudes with money. I'm not trying to do that because I can go younger. Why would I deal with you when my money can get me a younger chick? And for the most part, most black men, even if black men that are tricks, there's very few black men that are tricks that will tell you can be fat, ugly, old, and still think your money's gonna go the same amount of way. They understand what country they're in. You have it. So this binary thought of any nigga that's talking about you gotta have your economics right is an automatic trick. That's poverty talk, in my opinion.
That's
because
trick
it's
talk.
really giving men
That's
value.
pimping.
Let me be clear here. If you cannot protect and provide for your family, you're not a man. Period. There is no niggas living up. That's not what you're talking about. I'm not saying that's what you're talking about. I want to be clear. But I want to say this for everybody who will take what you say and then they'll run with it. If you are living up under a female, whether it's your mother or whether it's your another female is on Section 8 and you living there, nigga, you not a man. It doesn't matter that bitch is too stupid to realize that. That's why they call Kevin. Think about it this way. These women talk about leveling up. Where do you think they leveling up from? They're leveling up from this idea that manhood is just, can I make your pussy wet? And then once they realize that shit is stupid because there's more to life than just that, now they want them to level up and act like these men lied to them. No, they didn't. They showed you who they were and you wanted that. You went out of your way to get that, and so anyway. But this idea of money, I don't like that binary talk. Go ahead.
And real quick, Perfect Storm, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. I ain't even about to read it, but I did have to leave it up there to acknowledge and shout you out, brother. Thank you for the super chat.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, no, I rock with Kevin Samuels, but he taking shots at the old man.
Can I respond to that?
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Here's what I know. Women will go out of their way for masculinity. All this broke talk, you making so much money because let's face it. If we know what black women see, men set the tone, and so I've seen plenty of women, high earning women who are beautiful, but these so-called high value males won't say nothing to them in the phone booth. You understand? These so-called high value males want to let their money talk. Not the man because the money can leave tomorrow.
Real quick. Okay. This is why I don't even understand going down that route. Okay, so let's just say that I'm a man, I'm masculine, I'm this, I'm that. I've lived off $50,000 before. Right. If I all of a sudden start making $250,000, I didn't lose any masculinity. Right. I'm just operating on a higher level. I'm still the same man. Right. Oh, right. We here.
We're talking about Donald Trump. They were born with, because niggas that are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Okay, you might have a point, but most, like for instance, Kevin Samuels is a sales guy. Like, and let me tell you something. A lot of these dudes that talk about living like a man, you put them on a fucking phone and say, get money out of this phone by talking to other dudes and convince them to buy this shit. They can't do it. Now it's the white man. Now it's all these obstacles. But when it comes to getting a female, it's just, you just need to be a man. Well, shit, when it comes to business, you just need to be a man. You in America. Well, because I'm black and I fuck all of that. But see, and that's the thing that Kevin's trying to say. Let's be very clear here. We got to stop associating wealth with tricking, and that's not mutually exclusive. Glendon Cameron is another dude. Glendon Cameron is a dude he's a millionaire now, but he was homeless. He was married to a black woman, and he is a 50-year-old dude able to get 20-something-year-old women because he talked about the very stuff you talking about, dude. Everything you talking about, he would agree 100% with you. The difference, though, he would not like you associating money with like automatic niggas that just leaving with their money.
Oh no, that's two different things.
And also another thing,
two different things.
I'm gonna let you go, but another thing I don't like my initial premise and what I set up here talking about, it ain't had shit to do with Kevin Samuels or men leading with their wallet. So I don't know. No, I feel like you really went out your way to warp.
No. Here is why I said that. Because you said once the woman gets successful, and then once a woman realizes, she'd run into a lot of lames, in her opinion, and she goes out there and wants to be a mother, then, you saying it's setting a bad precedent, but if she could take care of the child that, that she won't by herself, what is the problem? Hold
on, Ed. I got it. I'm gonna pass it to you next. Okay, so you're saying, by itself, I said it's not a problem if a woman has her own money, her biological clock is ticking. She didn't hit 35. She ain't trying to hit 40, and so she want to her biological imperative. She needs to have a baby. Okay, I took that the same woman who made that same statement, I took that and compared it to something she said a couple months ago, where she was basically telling women, this is a 40-something-year-old woman, telling women to build your own life, cultivate your own life, get your career together, get your money together, get to the point to where you're financially independent, secure, and successful, and got everything lined up just right for yourself. And I said the amount of time it takes for a woman, particularly a black woman, to get all that laid out, it's going to take her to she about 30, 31 anyway. So, but then she said, after you've done all that, then go get you a husband. And what I'm saying
and by the way,
what
tends to happen is they're not looking here. This is what we were trying to
the point that I'm making is that she only gave herself about like a 3-year window to find a husband, and if you don't, okay, then just go get pregnant by some serial impregnating bed buck nigga. What I'm saying is that's some fucked up. What I'm saying is that's some fucked up logic. That was all I was breaking down. So I don't know how you take everything that
No. He was explaining. He was. I get how you were going into trying to explain the female logic of it. What is it?
I know, but he's saying the reason. He's saying the reason she's doing that. He's saying the reason she's doing that just because he met a lot of lames and niggas leading with their wallet.
Exactly. But Bernard, let me tie that together though. Since it was brought up, when you actually listen to the callers, people can feel the way they feel about Kevin and what he says, but just listen to the callers and what they say. What they do, exactly what that woman said, and what they do is they try to double back. Then they get mad when Kevin says, because if you're a woman and you believe all of that, then money shouldn't matter, right, Brother Ray? Money shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter the strength of his manhood. So if a man, let's say if a man is making $60,000, let's say if a man's making $70,000 a year. So clearly he's enough of a man to take care of himself. And in I live in North Carolina, so I'm talking from a Southern perspective. So 70K, you can raise a family. I don't agree with Kevin on that 350. You can raise a family on 70K. Maybe not buy a car and shit and all of that and run them through college, but you definitely put them in position to win.
I took care of a family with less, so I understand how.
So we understand that. Now I get the cars, I get the brand new cars and paying for college credit. I get that, but we're not talking about that. My point is, so clearly you are a man, you're taking care of yourself, you can take care of a family in 7K if you live in the South. Okay, now, if a woman, let's say you're a dude, you 6'1", and you got the beauty marks that the women want, right? Let's add that in there. Now, and let's say you do blue collar. Let's say like you a plumber. Right. So you do like high paying blue collar work. Yeah. A black woman will shame you just off the strength of you being blue collar. They may fuck you, but they won't want to marry you because they may say, they may not be, they'll treat you like white women will treat you. Like, I don't want to bring them in front of my white folks because of white supremacy. They'll say, I don't want to bring them in front of my girls because I make more because she makes 150 or she makes 200. And then what they do is they call Kevin and talk about how to get a high value man, and Kevin breaks that shit down. And then they get mad because he said, well, you wanted a man. So if you wanted a man, then get a man. No, you want a high value man because y'all don't want to work. Because that's what he always asks. Do you want to work? And they always say no, even though they put themselves in debt to get the degree. So my point, I ain't trying to defend Kevin. What I'm trying to say is to bring it together, the logic is where the logic gets messed up. You can have everything you said, but the very dudes that you're putting in a favorable light are the very dudes those women later on will try to get away from. And then they will lie on those dudes and say those dudes lied to them. Those dudes led them on. Those dudes told them they wanted to be married. When you know good and well, them niggas is on their manhood. They tell these chicks what it is straight up. It's only been since the 90s. It hasn't been since the 90s that niggas are leading with relationships. Most of these chicks are turned off by that. So they telling you what it is and what it's about. And the women are sexually turned on about it because what? That's real man shit. The dudes that want to do the right shit is called lames. So what I'm saying is you don't get to think you're going to tell the quote unquote lames that built their shit up later on. Because remember, you can be a lame in your 20s and be that nigga in your 30s. That's the privilege of being a man. Women can't do that because their beauty is the only thing they can trade on. Men can trade on. I get what you're saying about money, but what you're missing is it's the combination of money and manhood. So we got to look at it more like a report card. So if you got an A in money and an F in manhood, then yes, women are not going to fuck with you like that, or they're going to treat you like a pole that needs to be lit because they won't respect you. But if you got like a C plus in manhood and an A plus in money, then you can do something. You may still get played by a 10 or a 9, but a 7 or 8 might do something with you. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm not saying all that. I'm just trying to bridge the gaps because that's the type of stuff I get from what Kevin's talking about. I don't get, he's not telling me to trick off on women. He's not saying that. And too many dudes, like, they have this like anti-tricking shit. And I don't even understand why that is. Because dudes that trick, guess what? Dudes, the tricks make it easier for dudes that got game and got the mouthpiece to get the money for free. Because guess what? When you watching up in the fucking sink and you telling her where to go for paying their rent off or something, you go to that lame ass nigga you call a trick, fuck him for 5 minutes and get you that grand or whatever you get. They make your life easier. So I don't know why niggas get so mad about it. Without the tricks, they gonna start asking you for money.
No, I'm not mad at the tricks.
Hold on, brother Ray, real quick. Fast Attack Tough, thank you for the super chat. He said, let these tracks.
All right, I'm done. We keep telling him to hold on. My bad. You know.
He says, good morning, B. Riley. And then he said, SYSBM, thank you for the super chat. And I appreciate that. And Black Wolf Inc., I got your Cash App. Thanks for that Cash App. I appreciate that. I will take into consideration what you said, what you suggested in that Cash App. But all right, go ahead, Brother Ray. You was about to say something.
See, here's the thing. And I do lay the onus in this on black men. Because I will say this: black men need to get with the women that like them. Because
time out.
Yes,
we don't have a choice but to get
with the women
that like us.
Why not?
You said black men. Hold on.
Black men. Okay, go ahead.
You said black men.
So what are black men doing now? I guess is the question.
Yes, there it is. The black men get with the women that like us. How are we with women that don't like us? We can't get with a woman if she don't like us.
No, that's what I'm saying. There are women out there that like you.
Okay,
but the thing is, you don't. The thing is, you don't like them. You don't. The thing is, you want. They want to be with you, and actually, a woman wants a man way more than a man wants a woman. Understand it? And so
cannot get with a chick that ain't feeling him. Women, like, unless you're telling me that there are some average guys who are 5 on a scale from 10, 5 on a scale from 1 through 10, walking around with 7s and 8s. Unless you can tell me that.
See, then, that's
guys. You're making a stay in your lane argument, which had nothing to do with the original premise of what I was talking about. I'll go down. Hold on. I'll go down this road. Okay. You're essentially making a stay in your lane argument. I've always said men stay in our lane and sometimes 2 levels below it. Because if we try to get out of our lane, that means we're not going to be getting no pussy.
Okay,
and we really want pussy, so we're going to stay in our lane and sometimes 2 levels below it because it's pussy there.
I mean,
so I don't
know. Here's my thing. For me, there's no such thing as a woman out of your league. Ain't no such thing.
Okay, then there's you can't.
None.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Okay, so do you see how those 2 statements contradict each other? At one point, you say men need
to. Why are you making this a black male logic show?
Hold on. You said men need to get with the women who like them. Right. But on the flip side of that, there's no such thing as a woman that's out of a man's league. So on
let me explain that. Let me explain that.
On one hand, a man could get with any woman, but he needs to get with the women that like him.
Correct.
Yeah, it depends on what your mouthpiece and swag level is on. If your swag level is over 9,000, you can have one leg and get Naomi
Campbell. And also my thing is this: the reason why I say get with the women who's feeling you, opposed to the woman that you want and stuff like that, is that if a woman ain't feeling you, but you're trying to get with her, it's gonna cost you. But now if you get with a woman that's feeling you, but you really ain't kind of feeling her, you can have it your way. You understand? But the problem is we want the Rolls Royce, but not that we can't get the Rolls Royce, but the Rolls Royce will take every resource we have to obtain it. Opposed to getting, somebody give you you go get this Mercedes Benz, but it don't really cost you nothing for the Mercedes Benz. Easier maintenance.
That's a projection. That's not really what's going on. Okay, let's keep it all the way 100. Black
projection all a part of it.
With an upgradable 6, like providing taking care of an upgrade on the average. Black women are the ones that want an 8, 9, or 10, and they don't want nothing. Because real talk, they really want a white. What it really comes down to is they don't got respect for the black man. And so, in order for them to deal with a black man, he got to start at an 8. So when dudes come in from an outsider perspective, is they project, kind of equalize it for no reason. The reality is, you see black men fucking fat black women a hell of a lot more than you see that are in shape. A hell of a lot more than you see the reverse of that. So this idea that black men are already not doing that. Also, I already said it before. Black men don't have the economics to be playing sugar babies with bitches. The reality is it's even worse than what you said. If a black woman is not sexually attracted to you, a black woman will find a way to take your fucking money. She will find a way to take your money and basically not fuck you. See, at least other races of women understand it as a trade, but they will literally try to loot you. So black men, even when it comes to tricking, is a lot more harder to do than other groups of men doing the same thing to their women, because their women have a certain sense of exchange. Versus if a black woman is not sexually attracted to you and you giving her money, she will damn near set your ass up to get robbed half the time. Literally. You gotta understand that. The way it's what I'm saying is the way that it's framed, you're framing a situation that does not happen like that. The majority of the tricking that goes on with black people is really motherfuckers tricking on stripper bitches. And a lot of those niggas are ballers. So this is why I always say there's like an air of jealousy when it comes to niggas, because when it comes to that, they're looking at the baller dude that could go in there and he got the money to blow. And he's basically able to get a whole bunch of females just off that gate. And then niggas are mad at that. So they go around in the general world, it's outside of baller level, and then talk about anybody tricking. So now tricking becomes like taking care of a female that you living with or you raising a kid is tricking. Now marriage is tricking. All this stuff gets divulged because of that one moment. The reality is any black woman that fucks a black man is sexually attracted to that black man. There's not a whole bunch of black females that are fucking niggas they're absolutely not attracted to for money. That are not straight up prostitutes. That doesn't happen with black women. Because black women would rather have their pussy wet and broke than they'd rather have their pussy dry and be secure.
Well, let me say this. Out of all the problems in the Black America dating and mating game, black men who are average and or average earners holding out for 8s, 9s, and 10s, that's like barely even top 20. that's not nowhere near top 10 of the list of problems. So I don't know why people even start from that premise that the problem is with dudes is that they gunning for like that, like they all just gunning for IG models. They will take that 5 that's down the street. I mean, we basically talking about just your regular run-of-the-mill average Joe brother who's somewhere in the 5 or 6 range on a scale from 1 through 10, making somewhere between 50 to 70K. He will take an average woman and be happy with that. Now, if you got 7, 8, or 9, that's great. But the problem is
got a fat ass. Yeah, that's not go. I don't know where y'all bitch. Maybe she got a fat ass and her face is average, but she's in shape. That's it. This idea, that's not true. That's a complete female argument projection when women start saying, "Oh, well, dudes are going after." That's not true, man. All the turks on social media these niggas are not going after things like that.
Exactly. Real quick, I'm gonna let you go, brother. I'm gonna let you fire off again, brother Ray. Give me a second. War Master 7 says, "I thought we were talking about women logic, yet we always start talking about men who who can't get women. How many times do we have to do this? Yeah, that was sort of my problem with Brother Ray came on here initially saying. I was like, that's not really where we was going, but I was breaking down.
Because even when it ain't about pussy, it's about pussy.
I was breaking down the bad logic of what women are doing culturally here. And then he wanted, he spun it around to where they're doing that because guys are leading with their wallet.
Because these niggas are lames out here, and if you just stop being a lame, that'll save the black community.
Yes, most man, you get in the cars. But first off. Hold on,
I got one more.
Okay.
Mr. Shane Victor says this dude telling black men to keep slumming. I don't know who
said that. I know the argument.
I got one more. Well, I got a couple more. Black Wolf Inc. back in the building. He says Patrice O'Neal theorized that using a 1 to 10 is too narrow of a system. He theorized that 1 to 30. I kind of agree to get a fuller perspective on what you like and want. I can rock with that concept. Give me one more second because I think Indigenous TV came back through with another one. Ed, mute up real quick because I can sound like you cutting corners over there, turning corners on 3 wheels. Indigenous TV said it's easy to get women for the most part. Just look decent. Don't be insane and have a personality. Most women are vapid across the board. Intellect and maturity most of the time does the trick. Peace. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. And I think Corner Store Podcast just came through with another, with his first one today. He says for the NFL Week 1 drink fund. Man, I haven't even paying attention to that. I've been watching that NBA pretty tough, man. I'm glad them Lakers handling business. I thought Portland was gonna get in their ass, and I thought the Rockets was gonna get in their ass.
Yeah, it's getting better than I thought it was. It's better than what I thought. The bubble.
Yeah, they getting it in. They getting it in. We can look like we gonna get Lakers and Clippers. I thought some bullshit was gonna happen, but it looked like it's playing out. I'm mad. The Bucks got taken down, but either way, I'm liking what I'm seeing with the NBA. I see how the NFL look nowadays. What up, Platinum? Thank you for that super chat. I see you in the queue, Plat. I can't have you and this nigga on at the same time talking about niggas tricking and shit. I'll bring you on a little later.
Yeah, I told you came from that stream with Ramil. I'm about to hop off. You about to be on your own.
Platt been in the queue for like 30 minutes. I ain't bringing him up until later on, man.
But that logic, dude, that's nigga logic. I'm just like the thing about it is, at the end of the day, if women were perfectly happy,
you can't win.
But hold on, this is the female logic part of it. If women were perfectly happy with their choices, then why are they bitching talking about the same niggas that they fucking and choosing on Manhood? Why who do you think they talking about when they throwing black men under the bus? When they saying black men don't raise their kids, black men don't do this, black men beat me, surviving black men. They talking about the niggas they fucking. They not talking about the lame ass niggas. The only thing they say about race. Go ahead.
Now,
hold on, Nick. Hold on, real quick. Nick, okay. Thanks for that super chat. Andre Hatchet, thank you for that cash app. He sent me a nice little cash app. I appreciate that, Andre Hatchet.
Child support.
Also, the angry man, aka the masculine sequitur, in the building. He says, I don't know the brother in the Sox hat. I don't know who the brother in the Sox hat is, but the problem is he's taking talking points he didn't create, therefore doesn't understand. He's mangling those talking points horribly. I concur with that. I'm gonna accuse him of that. I'm going to you. I promise I'm going to you, Brother Ray. I'm going to you.
Yeah, I'm happy he said that. I'm finna go in right quick. I'm finna go in right. Are you ready?
Nigga, is you clapping at us?
Just like this. Just like this.
Bitch clapping.
Just like this. Now, all right. Check this out. If we talking about talking points, if somebody done regurgitated, well, let's the high value male. Let's get Corey Wayne his credit. On that. All this, see, the black manosphere, all they do is bitch and complain about black women who they want to fuck and don't want to fuck them. Let's keep it 100.
There it is.
Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's keep it 100.
Go ahead.
Let's keep it 100. Because y'all don't talk about the fat ugly chicks that y'all turned down and said, well, that fat ugly girl, which I don't have no interest in, you ain't studying her. Y'all was talking about the chicks that y'all want to that y'all want to fuck and don't want to fuck y'all.
The woman who inspired my initial argument that
I just explained that message just right quick.
Is a woman who I have no interest in fucking, and the woman that I am in a relationship with looks significantly better than the woman. No,
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
So, hold on. So what I was doing, and what a lot of men they break down black culture as it pertains to black male, black female interactions. It ain't all about, everybody on here is not arguing on behalf of their own personal dick and whether or not they can get.
Most of them are not doing that. And that's another thing, man. I just got to deal with Jason Black and his bullshit, and that's somebody I've had to I put out there for a lot. Y'all niggas got to stop distilling people. You just mad because you don't get pussy argument. That shit was done in 2010. Like, honestly, just like you know how I shut that shit down real fucking quick. I'm gonna say this because I know you've been waiting. I'm gonna be quick about it. Look, shout out to Minister Jap, but Minister Jap said shit I would never say. I'm not gonna say some of the stuff he said. I ain't gonna say it on the platform. Some of the stuff he said, but Minister Jap has probably, if I would estimate, at least 15, if not 20-25% black female audience. Minister Jap gets females, black women from Chicago. Mm-hmm. You know. So this idea that dudes. And he says arguably the most hard-hitting shit that anybody in the manosphere, that includes Tommy Soto, even though I don't personally fuck with Tommy Soto like that, Tommy Soto. So this idea, what we say is predicated on who we can fuck. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta do better than that.
That is a bullshit argument. Tommy Sotomayor said he keep a stable of black women in his house. He ain't over here.
What I'm saying though is Jap says worse shit than Tommy Soto. And Tommy Soto is probably most famous for going at sisters the hardest. But Jap, he ain't got shit on Jap. This idea that and I deal with mostly black women. This idea that the shit that we're saying is predicated on some hatred. We're saying the facts, and when people respond to what the facts are, is nigga logic game. You know, you ain't got the mouthpiece. You going after an 8 or a 9. Nigga, I had to listen to Jason Black shit. And you know what? I looked at his damn audience, and if you listen to that chat and you look at that chat, don't even put him on mute and look at the chat and see some of the shit they were saying. Like, y'all really don't know what the fuck the black manosphere really is. So my question is, what place do you come from? Who do you respect in you two? That way I can get a gear towards like where your mindset is coming from.
Well, I think he's
okay.
He's spitting a lot of C Boogie isms.
No, I haven't. I don't
know. That's cool.
C Boogie wasn't the first to say that shit.
Hold on, real quick. Big Poke Dog, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Lasher Deviants Gaming says, but now I get him out of here. Black Wolf Inc. just booed him, and who else we got? Jalen Roddy in the building. He says, I got 5 to get this dude off the panel. They trying to buy you off the panel.
No, the thing is,
I'm not even doing all of that. I'm here with love. I'm here for the point. That's all.
Yeah. Angry Man said, tag me in. I've been dropping that link for you. You come on.
I'm talking about the whiny.
I gotta go work for the white man again, because I'm back to doing that. So yes, Angry Man, you can explain this shit, because at the end of the day, because ain't nobody to see my girl, nigga can always basically charge me, not you, but people always try to charge me, y'all. I don't give a fuck about you niggas to show you my personal life, real talk. Right. But the thing is, we gotta stop, and that's another thing too. Even when you can't get bitches, you brought up Kevin. Kevin's been married twice. And according to Kevin, the chicks that left wanted to come back. So, I mean, this idea, it doesn't matter if we show our face and we show what we got, we got money. It's always going to be some kind of thing, because the perception is the emotion that we're just beating up black women. And it's like, okay, where is the lie in what we're talking about? And if you can show that, then I'ma hear it. But all I hear is, oh, you niggas are just mad because you can't get pussy. So what do you got to say for niggas like Jack that's clearly shown he can probably get better pussy than most of the niggas saying that?
Okay. There's a market. There's a market for downing or pointing out the flaws in black women. There's a market for that.
Not really.
Well,
I mean, hold on. Compare that market to the smaller market. We only got what, one, maybe two channels that's approaching like 100,000. That's if you count Kevin. And Kevin ain't, even though look, Kevin's welcome in the manosphere. I don't think Kevin considers himself manosphere like that. So other than, I'm not gonna mention other dudes because what's might come on, but it's only a couple. Do you know how many swirler channels talking about crying about colorism there are? That's over 100,000. It's about 10 or 15.
I'm not in the
like, it ain't a lot of people making money off saying black women ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to. Most of us are doing this for free.
Yeah, I got a channel. I got one.
So a market requires there to be a lot of money in it. And I appreciate the super chats I get. Shout out. I'm not pocket watching people, so I know there's channels that support it. But isn't it, the market's not that big as you make it sound like, I need to just bag bitches and I'm gonna be able to pay this rent.
No. Here's what I'm saying.
Saying that anyway. I don't even get
Here's what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not when a person posts stuff like how to make more money, you can get with this, you can stocks, lifestyle changes, things of that nature. This YouTube is for entertainment. And so it's not entertaining, it's not too much entertainment to be positive. It's not too entertaining to be positive.
There's plenty of positive channels to get a lot of views, and I think
we talk about amongst black audiences.
No, there are black channels. There are different.
Every man's channel is more positive than that. What are you talking about? Like, I can end up even BGS.
Two times out of how many? Two times out of how many channels?
If you're talking if you're talking about this sphere in this space, I understand what you're talking about. But there are other algorithms of black that make content. So so that's why I don't even understand.
Even in this space, I challenge that even in this space. But go ahead.
Yeah, I know you can challenge it in this space, but look, I'm about to get to my super chats, and I'm about to pass it to Angry Man real quick. Jackie's Retro, thank you for the super chat. He says we're talking about behavior. That much is very correct. I came in talking about analyzing the logic of black women in this modern time, in this culture that we're living in, and I don't know how my boy Brother Ray flipped it to this, but here it is. But Nick, let Angry Man set socks straight. The guest is lost. All right. We got a few more. Hold on. We got some more coming through here. Hopefully I didn't lose them because the chat kind of buzzing. So let me see. We got Ambush came through. He said, "Put AM in the game, Coach. I'm subbing him in. I'm subbing him in for you." We got Black Wolf. He said, "Let them fight. Let them fight." We also got let's see. Warmaster 7 came through with another one. He said, "If you want to say to black community, take your arguments to black women. Black men are not the problem." Thank you for the super chat. And also, I think that nope, that's not it, because my man January Man, I see January Man down there. And here we go. He said, get off. And he said for Ed's new mic. I think Ed was driving on a cell phone in on the moon somewhere. But all right, we're gonna go to Angry Man. I see you also see you in there. Truth as I know it. You came in first. I'm gonna go to Angry Man, let Angry Man hop in, then I'm gonna go to you after that. But Angry Man, go ahead. You got the flow, you got the mic.
Okay, first of all, to little buddy right there in the socks hat, you don't know what you talking about, bro. You number one, you all over the place. You all over the place. I hear you using this is what I was talking about yesterday. There's dudes that jump up here and they try to do their best impersonation of other content creators that came before them. Like, I hear a bunch of talking points coming from you that you didn't originate, bruh. And that's why you're fumbling over your words and stuff while you're up here trying to say your talking points.
Name one.
The analogy you made about driving about a woman being a Bentley. There's a bunch of us that have used that analogy numerous times, but you didn't even use it right.
I didn't get it from you.
What you was trying to say, I think what you was trying to say is that there are brothers out here that want a Bentley with Honda Accord money. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Then what was you trying to say? Explain it. Because you was really confusing, bro.
Okay. When I say you get the Rolls Royce, and it takes every resource that you have. So that means if you get that Rolls Royce and you so much Papa Tire, you have absolutely positively no money or resources to get that tire fixed.
Honda Accord.
When I say every dime, I mean every dime that you can borrow and save up.
Okay, cool. That's what I just said. That's exactly what I said.
No. I said no.
You got Honda Accord money. You can't afford the maintenance on a Bentley. But see, where your premise is flawed at,
come on with it.
In the first place, where your premise is flawed at is your premise makes the assumption that there's a such thing as a woman that's the fucking equivalent of a goddamn Bentley. So that's number one off rip. How are you equating? What type of woman are you talking about that would be a Bentley?
A Bentley?
Yeah.
The ones who aesthetically flawless.
That don't exist. That
really?
don't exist. There's no such
really?
There's no such thing as an aesthetically flawless woman.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm certain. Name one.
Aesthetically flawless.
Yeah. So you just saying stuff, bro.
No. I can't. Well,
you don't even have.
If I go.
This is just like you speaking on the Black Manosphere. Okay. You don't even know what you're talking about because you just brought up something about you come in with that same weak argument, and just to let you know. We done swung the axe before and dealt with dudes like you before coming in here with the same old rhetoric. Oh, there's a market for talking down on black women. Well, guess what? There's a bigger market. There's a bigger market for talking down on black men, and that's been going on for over 50 years. We got to hear that in our music. Mary J. Blige ain't gonna shed no tears. We got to see that on talk television, Oprah, Jenny Jones, Donahue. We got to see that. We got to see that on Tyler Perry. We got to see that in our movies. There's a whole market created for the purpose of talking down on black men and destroying our image, which is part of the reason why police officers shoot us down in the street. Part of the reason why white people around looking at us as if we're criminals, rapists, thugs, and degenerates. Because every image of us in black media is dictated by black women who are a bunch of black man hating hyenas. Now, at the same time, the reason why brothers like me and Obsidian and O'Shea and other brothers wanted to create a space like this is to give black men something they have never had, which is a voice in media. And the moment after 50, 60, 70 years of black women saying that we ain't shit, the moment we get up here and give one critique of black women who right now currently have a 73% out of wedlock birth rate, who right now currently half of them 50% have genital herpes, who right now currently commit 367,000 abortions every year, which based upon the United Nations is a genocide. The moment we give one little critique, here come you fucking male hyenas, okay.
House niggas,
chumps, goons of the Gynocracy, matriarchal minions. Oh, y'all want to talk about black women? You damn right we talking about them. Because guess what? Guess what? That's what the fuck we supposed to do. We supposed to critique our women. But see, you don't understand that because the women lead your black ass.
That's damn lie.
That's why you over here talking to us. But you can't even get your woman right. But you want to come over here and correct black men about what they talk about.
No. First off, when you say coon and all this here,
I didn't say coon.
Oh, okay. Whatever you said, why the police shooting us down in the streets. First off, it's not that, especially with that, because damn one you niggas gonna shoot no police officer.
Take your time. What does that have to do with what I said?
That's you brought up. That's why a black man been shooting in the street. If a black man grew some balls, when they see instead of whooping out your goddamn phone,
that's not what I said.
But anyway, that ain't even the point. That's not the point. That's not the point.
Hold on for a second. Let me clarify.
You ain't gonna shoot no cops, so don't even bring that up about shooting black men. If you ain't want to shoot no cops, don't even bring that up.
Let me clarify, because you didn't hear me. You probably wasn't listening. So let me clarify. Right now in this country, there's a popular image of the black man, which is that he is a thug, criminal, degenerate, racist. This has been going on for a very long time. Dr. Curry talks about this in The Man Not. Okay. Propaganda machine has displayed us in a very negative light for a very long time. This is the reason why white Americans, some of which who are police officers who don't really have black friends and not really around a lot of black people, every time they see a black person, in most cases, it's going to be on television. It's going to be in the media. So if we're portrayed as villains in the media, if we're portrayed as criminals in the media, drug dealers, thugs, all these degenerate things, that makes a perception in their mind that we are a threat or a problem. So it helps perpetuate racism, and it helps perpetuate prejudice against us. That's why it is important for us to have control over our image and in what we are. But the problem is right now in black media, women have control over our image, and they display us in a negative light. This is why when a brother like Al Grease does the documentary Frustrated and goes down to BET's offices, goes down to TV1's offices, one of the black male executives there says to him, yeah, I like the documentary, but I can't put it on TV because it's going to offend black women. So this is what we dealing with.
I can see that. Listen. I'm not. Please don't misunderstand me with this. Derek Jackson that all black women are these goddesses and all this here. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that at all. Cause that would be a damn lie.
Hold on, bro. Before you dig into that, Nick. Oh, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Also, we got Wiggle Works in here. He said, "AM, damn, but put your belt back on when you finished him." And somebody else came through. Don't be wanting to lose my super chats because I appreciate y'all. Here we go. I had two more down here. Blitz came through. He said, "Angry man, you forgot about the 80% overweight and 60% morbidly obese statistics about black women." Angry man. Also, my man Cornell Black came through and says, "That's how you talk to your son, AM. Y'all get out of there with that bullshit." Also, Indigenous TV, Brother Ray need to eat some more of that ham sandwich. Get his energy up. All right.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not a hater when you make good points. So I say, hey, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Now we live in a gynocracy off the meat rack, off the muscle. So anything that'll be any woman gonna be taken down and not be viewed upon, because let's face it, it's a man's world, but pussy make the world go round. So most programming is catered to women because most things are consumed because of a woman. Most men are in jail because of a woman. A lot of murders happen because of women. So I'm not saying that you speaking about that you're wrong. My thing is, as men, we set the tone for the community. We set the tone. Women should not be setting the tone for our community. In the village, you shouldn't. If intruders come to a village, they should see the women first. So men should meet them at the gates. But what I'm hearing is, well, you know, some white man or some whoever gave women all this power that we allowed to let happen to our women, and now they got this power. No, we as men, we set the tone.
You lost your mind.
I do, bro. Let me first point out that you came on here arguing that it's wrong for a man to after I did something breaking down some shit that's wrong with our culture. You flipped it around to the problem is that men, well, yeah, it's just because men lead with their wallet. So you're talking about men supposed to lead the culture and supposed to do this, supposed to do that, but you came on here initially shitting on the concept of men having money and being in that position of leadership. Now that angry man and argued you into a corner. Now you trying to make the black male leadership argument, but you shitted on that at the beginning, saying no, you should just lead with your masculinity, your mouthpiece, and your dick.
No. Okay. Let me break it down. I'm like Brother Polite say, hey man, my peers I debate, man. Everybody else I teach. So let me get this thing out.
First of all,
quoting Polite. So I debate others there, but that's I teach.
First of all, dude, that is not a Brother Polite quote, bro. You playing yourself. That is not a Brother Polite quote. Okay. He got that from somebody else. I'm gonna let you go look that up. But hold on 1 second. You've lost your mind with this argument because first and foremost, you said, "Oh, these white men gave these women power," and no, we supposed to lead. You supposed to lead. So you gonna power your way through the gynocracy, right? So let me ask you this question: you in a relationship with a woman, you married to her, right? And she decides to do something that you don't agree with, or she cheats on you, or whatever. And you say to her, hey, I'm the man of this house, and I want it to stop right now. What do you do when she says, kiss her ass? You muted, bro. You got to unmute. You got to unmute
it. Oh. No, but now I have you muted. If she does that, yeah, I'm done with her.
But wait,
point blank.
Well, wait a minute.
I'm done with her.
But see, here's the thing.
I'm done with her.
But that's not what you just got through saying. What you just got through saying, see, the premise that you presented is that we're saying that women have power because they were given power by the government or some white people, right?
Right. And
you're saying that, oh, well, that don't matter because we just got to lead.
No.
So no, wait a minute. This is not.
Go ahead.
I'm not asking you how you're going to abstain from dealing with the woman. I'm asking you how you're going to use your leading powers to get your woman in check.
He knows that. He just don't want to. As a leader in my house.
Yeah.
See. As a leader in my house, we ain't talking about as a leader in my house.
Just answer the question, man. Answer the question.
Where your face at? Anyway, in my house, if she does that, she said, "No, listen. I ain't gotta go back and forth.
Answer.
I ain't gotta go back and forth with you.
Answer.
With that woman, I'm done with you.
You're not going back and forth, but you're not going back and forth.
With you.
You're not exerting no power either.
I'm exerting power.
Brother, what?
The power is this. The power is removing myself from her. I control that.
That's not okay.
I control that.
Let me ask you this question.
I control that.
Okay, let me ask you this question. So that's you saying that's leadership, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say that you're a military general.
Mm-hmm.
And your troops, you You tell them we about to storm this hill, and yeah, it's gonna be some gunfire, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Your troops say, "Kiss my ass." You gonna walk off then?
Oh no.
And what the hell are you
job? A job. You know, the thing is, being a general, that's it. That's a job. Being married.
That is literally the definition of a leader. A general is literally the definition of a leader.
But a general, there's a difference between a general and a husband.
There's a difference. Say you got me. Sometimes you just go.
There is a difference, because if your woman, first off, if your woman cheat on you, bro, that means she's looking to replace you anyway.
I don't think you understand the definition of leadership. I don't think you understand that definition, bro.
I do. And if your woman steps out, if you said if your woman cheats on you, because that's what you said. I said, well, she looking to replace you.
Wait, I gave you a couple of scenarios.
Come on with it.
In
the troops say, kiss my ass. Then what you do?
Scenarios. I gave you a couple of scenarios. Number one, here's the thing. Cheating was one of them. One of the other ones, she's doing something you don't want her to do, and you tell her.
If she's doing something I don't want her to do, I correct her.
How?
That's it.
How?
It depends on what she did.
You said leave before.
No. You said cheat.
Okay, let's take cheat out of there. Let's take cheat out. Let's just say that she did something that you found very disagreeable. Let's say that she took and ran up a credit card bill that was ridiculous, and you don't want to leave the woman, but you want to correct the behavior. You tell her, you did not do that no more, and she tell you, nigga, you ain't my daddy. Kiss my ass.
Well, first off, I explain to her like this. It'd be so simple.
Plain. Okay.
Don't do it. The thing is, if she said that, you already said what you said. You already done said what you said, and let her know if this happened again. If you do this again, then there's consequences to this.
What
now?
What kind of consequences am I gonna have? You ain't gonna do shit, nigga.
Well, first off. Whatever the consequences are.
What you need, you need to make some more money so that I can go spend some more money. I should have got a baller anyway with your broke ass.
Well, I would say this. If you feel like you should have gotten a baller, then hey, leave me alone. That way, because the art of the deal is being able to walk away from the deal.
So, Brother Ray, okay, now, Brother Ray. Hold on, Brother Ray, because now you're going against everything that you've been saying about walking away. Because before you were saying that black men are complaining because they want a Rolls Royce, but they only got Honda Accord money. They got to break their wallets and break themselves and do way too much to pull a chick that they shouldn't be trying to pull, and that's the problem. And now you're saying. Now they're saying if they get with those women, they should just walk away because they should. No. First off,
a man from a woman shouldn't tolerate disrespect anyway. Where Angry Man said, that's very, very.
That has nothing to do with the point, though. That's not the point. It's not about disrespect. It's about going into relationships with women that you shouldn't go into relationships with, and that's why black men are saying the things that they're saying. Let me help you out here, brother.
Okay,
let me help you out here, because do you realize this? That 51% of black men don't have kids. You're aware of that CDC report, right? Right. So you know about that CDC report. Okay.
Right.
So are you also aware that the CDC came out with a report saying that black fathers were the most involved fathers, whether they're in the home or out of the home? You're aware of that too?
Yes.
Okay. So doesn't that portend that black men want to be family men? They want to be husbands. They want to live with their kids and raise a strong two-parent intact home and live in a patriarchy. Is that not correct?
Okay. Correct.
Okay. So if you understand those things, then wouldn't that tell you that black men are saying, we demand a certain type of woman. She's got to be submissive. She's got to have great motherly instincts. She's got to be loyal. She's got to be height, weight proportionate. She's got to be the type of woman that can make me happy, a type of woman that brings joy into my life, and bringing joy into my life brings joy into her life. Right. That's what black men want. Okay. Well, black men can't find that in the ADOS community the way they want, because the women are unruly. It has nothing to do with the way she looks. About sleeping with the type of woman that they want to sleep with. Most of us, a lot of us are making 50, 60, 70, 80, six figures. Some of us are making multiple six figures. Guess what? We could take a 6. She ain't even that hot. But we could take her to the mall and get her clothes, get her teeth fixed, get her makeup done right. And we could upgrade that 6 or even a 5 into a 7 or into an 8. But see, the problem is their core values are so wrecked, you don't even want to do that shit because you know they'll be cursing you out. So when you sit up here and talk about, oh, well, brothers just need to alpha up and do this and do that, and the problem is that they're trying to get a Rolls Royce, but that they can't pay for it. Well, then and then you go, well, the way you deal with it is, well, you just walk away. You couldn't even. No. Here, okay, go ahead. There is no. That's exactly what you said. Go ahead. No. I'm gonna tell you what I said since I said it. But I'm gonna tell you what I said since I said it.
You couldn't even handle what I was saying, pretending to be a black woman, and that was light work. You couldn't even handle that. You was getting triggered as I was saying.
No, because here's what you do. You said, well, you try to equate being a general and being and my wife. My thing is, I have a certain protocol before I even claim a woman. My woman would have to be my woman.
Yes. That sounds like military terms. Like you're trying to sit here. You're trying to sit here, and you're trying protocol. To look. A husband of his family is like the king of his kingdom. Is like the general of his troops.
Correct.
Like the president of his country. Correct. Okay. In order for you to have a functioning, working household, you have to have a woman who is willing to follow you. Okay. If a woman who's going to listen to you when you actually give instruction. Correct. But right now, currently, because of what this government has offered them. Okay, so when you get up here and say, "Oh, the government get you say that in a condescending way as if it didn't happen." Go back.
I'm saying that a black man didn't have to accept that for their women. That's
brother Ray. Let me ask you a question.
Wait a minute. Go back to the early 1960s. Okay, and look at Lyndon B. Johnson. Look at how he revamped the freaking welfare system, which included a new program, food stamps, which puts food on the table, right?
Right.
And the stipulation of getting those entitlement programs is there can't be no man in the house, right? Then go look at the separate statistic about the increase in single parent households in the 60s. It comes right after that. So for you to sit here and say, well, we don't have to accept that for our women. How you gonna accept anything for your woman when your black ass just recently got free? You living on land that another man controls. But you sitting here talking about what you accept for your woman. How you gonna accept something for your woman and you're in a country that originally didn't even recognize you as a human?
Right.
Didn't even recognize you as a person.
Right. That's correct.
That same country is giving your women things. This is just like in the movie Dead Presidents when Homeboy came back from Vietnam. The reason why he couldn't do nothing with Cuddy is because Cuddy was putting money in his woman's pocket. Okay. Which undermines you. So when the government steps in to be your woman's sugar daddy, she's going to show her ass every chance she get. Because at the end of the day, she don't need your black ass for nothing.
I'm glad you said that.
And it's real quick. Hold on. Let me say this. And it's also worth pointing out that same system is also available for white women too. They just have the better, good common sense to realize that life is better for her and her children and or future children if she go ahead and get with that average Joe white guy who's more than likely making some average Joe white guy money, which ain't even a whole lot, and just put her head on straight and act like she got some damn sense, and then make a family actually work. So that's why I understand exactly the argument the angry man is making, but I don't even make that also. I don't even make an argument like that because the same system is available for all women. They got choice. Our women at a higher percentage rate choose to go left. That's where I'm at with
my thing. Let me ask a quick question. Okay, right. Okay. Are you still sticking with black men are complaining because they can't sleep with the attractive women they want, or do you actually agree that black men are frustrated because we're not finding the type of women that are quality enough to be long-term partners with? Which one is it? Where you at on that?
That's maybe, like I said, maybe it's the challenge I come across because it's so vast. I believe it's a mixture of both, but I tend to in this social media age, I tend to stick with the latter because what social media has done is broaden the women's sexual market vastly. So back in the day, if you get a girl's phone number and she no cell phones, no nothing, then you had to call her from a landline phone. She had to call you from a landline phone, and there wasn't any other guys, that she would look at. But now, since the age of Facebook, social media, dating sites, there are more men in the inbox and going on profiles.
So now
that's what's going on.
Now you
I understand it. I understand it.
So now you're gonna plagiarize the white manosphere without actually quoting the people you got that from.
I don't.
That's Sandman.
Why is it when if I come up with an idea, that
idea, bro,
it is
Chief BD. Thanks for
you didn't come up with that idea, bro.
A black man can't come up with nothing. A black if I say something, I say this, I got this. I say this.
First of all, I didn't say a black man can't come up with nothing.
You say I can't come up with nothing.
Your black ass didn't come up with that. That's what I said.
I won the first one, but I didn't get that from nobody. That came on top of the dome. So what you talking about?
Okay, fair enough. No idea is original. Fair enough. But so, you have a trend here, brother, where you seem to be sitting here, and every time you open your mouth, you're saying a talking point or an ideology from a content creator I've already heard articulated, but articulated way better than you're doing. Because this is why, and I'm starting to feel like this is why you're all over the place. It's because you're regurgitating talking points that you don't fully understand.
And
if I say,
he's got these fringe ideas.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this
straight. This is the thing. You got these fringe ideas because you know the statistics. So if you know 51% of black men don't have kids, they're saying, no, I'm going to protect my seed. I ain't just going to have a baby with nobody. I'd rather have a self-imposed genocide than just get some random pregnant, right? You know that we make the best fathers. But then you're going to say, oh, well, black men, their problem is they just aren't sleeping with the women they want to. So you already
no, two different things.
Now let's go. This is why you're on the fringes, though. This is why you're on the fringes, because then you're saying, oh, well, there's a lot of black men out here. They're on YouTube and they're making videos, so I'm going by that. So you're going to go by these fringe elements, these simps that are online, and you're going to use them as the example.
No, I'm not.
So now I got a question: why are you saying what you're saying? Because you know what the information is.
No. My whole premise, my whole entire premise is this: for black men, as black men, we should be leaders in our community. We should be the leaders. I'm not saying
give us. Wait a minute. Give us the bare bones. ABC 1, 2, 3, how black men can take the reins from black women in the community and take charge. Give me that.
What should we be doing that we're not doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we can do. we can pool our resources together and own businesses in our community. Pool our resources together. If my mind ain't so poison.
This nigga is repeating 1960s pro-black rhetoric.
Right.
Are you repeating shit you're repeating shit that's already been attempted and failed?
But go on, finish that. Where are we gonna get that money?
Oh, no. I got how did it fail? You know how it failed? Because white folks is colder, and what white people do, and this is a recurring thing. They buy you out. No. They buy the business out to kill the business,
brother.
They buy it out to kill
it. Then why would we do it again? You're saying it doesn't work, then you're saying we should do that.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because somebody comes in and offers money for the business.
Bro,
so basically what they do is listen. Basically what they do is they buy the business and kill the business.
Bruh, listen.
Oh my goodness. Come on.
Dr. Claude Anderson already laid out why it failed. In fact, he spoke about it in his book where he broke down the power structure, where he broke it down as a 5-story building.
Yeah. I know. I'm familiar with that.
He also spoke about this. This is where I was talking to you about media and being in control of our image. Okay. The reason why we continue to fail is a number of things. It is a 7-headed hydra. It is a multifaceted problem that cannot be solved by saying black men just need to lead. That's like telling broke people they just need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
No, it's like saying how you win a game, score points. Yeah. That ain't saying nothing. That's not a plan. What I'm saying is that's not a plan.
You told us that black men need to just lead. But the problem is that's already been attempted by numerous groups, numerous brothers, way more organized than a lot of us today. The problem is every single time they attempted to do that, there's a structure in place to circumvent and undercut what they're trying to do. And how they do that is by turning our women against us. So you're trying to solve a problem. You're in a trick bag, brother. You're in a really interesting dichotomy. You're trying to solve the problem with the person who was put in your camp to create the problem. Mm-hmm. That's what you don't get. That's the part you don't get. But if you read,
I can see that. If you
read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, you would understand that before you can create a successful military campaign, you got to make sure you don't got no traitors in your camp.
Right.
But now, the biggest traitor in your camp is black women. If it weren't for black women buying into feminism and Planned Parenthood, you wouldn't represent only 40 million people in this country compared to whites 200 some million. You would be 100 million black people strong. But you got your woman that's laying right next to you committing a genocide. And why? Right. Because she is financially incentivized to do so. So before you can even attempt to lead your woman, you have to actually be in the position to lead your woman. You're not in the position. The average brother makes what, 23,000 a year? He ain't in no position to lead his woman. He has no foothold in no structure of power. He has no foothold in media. We've been breaking our neck trying to get a foothold in media here in the black manosphere. He has no common sense when it comes to group economics. He has no sense of group economics. He has no foothold in the judicial system. He has no foothold. We have no voter block. The black women actually have a better voter block than us. They outnumber us by 3 million. We have no foothold in education, in modern academia. in gender studies, they teach women that we ain't shit. Okay? So the entire power structure that we're talking about, black men have absolutely no place in it. And we don't even have the fucking intelligence or foresight to try to do what needs to be done to get in it. You can't even get your damn woman to stop displaying you in a negative light in your own media.
But but thing is, why as men, why we support that? Why do we support that?
But because brothers like you think that black men like us are just picking on black women.
No, I'm not saying. My thing is, I'm not here to protect.
I'm up here to argue with the points that I was laying out when I was explaining what was wrong culturally, and now you're saying why do we accept that?
How do we mobilize troops when we got a large percentage of y'all that are programmed, which is the part that Jason Black don't understand?
I know what it is.
Blue pill, red pill experience is different from white men's blue pill, red pill experience, because our blue pill experience includes the programming of a matriarchal mind state. So the blue pill brothers like you that come into this space, you come in here with the concept that you got to protect your women from the big bad red pill black men.
Well, first off, hold on.
Let me give a shout out to Bernard. Hey, Bernard, thanks for having me on your channel. This is the first time I've been over here. I appreciate that, fam. Angry Man, I want to give you a shout out too. Shout out to the other masculine mercenaries.
Appreciate you, brother.
You guys been putting it down. We've been putting it down. Now, Angry Man, he mentioned pooling our resources together. And I think we all agree that's a great idea.
Okay.
You mentioned pooling our resources together, right, Brother Ray? Right. And I think we all agree that's a good idea. Now, what's the most simple way for all of us to pool our resources together? Right. The basic, building block of group economics is actually household economics. And so when you have 51% of black men who don't have kids, and we're the leading group of men that are unmarried, and the ones many of us that do have children are single dads on child support, and many of us are paying rent, and we don't have a mortgage. And then, the women are paying a mortgage and they're paying rent, and the men are paying a separate mortgage and a separate rent. There's a lot of money that we're just pouring out into housing instead of using that, cohabitating together and creating strong two-parent intact families, and better yet, having multi-generational families so we can pool lots of resources. It really robs us of the opportunity to pool our resources in the very way that you described. So you're talking about a really good idea, but it's like you're turning a blind eye to the family structure and how the women don't want that. The women aren't saying, we want husbands. We want to live in a suburban community where the men and women are married at a proper age and pooling our resources together. I don't see no channels like that.
Oh, okay.
And when I came on, I initially made an argument more or less proving that they didn't want that, and then you came on to argue that niggas just lame, just gotta alpha your way through it.
It's not alpha your way through it. Do I understand that black people as a whole been poisoned with the bullshit? Yes, we as black people, there's a certain poison.
Hold your thought. Mel Enlightenment TV, thank you for that $20 super chat. Appreciate that. The Mac the trucker in the building with a super chat. He said, Angry Mind dropping bombs. Salute. Odds World 123. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I've been trying to work on get some technical shit together here because I just got the piece that I've been waiting on, the AC adapter for everything I need for my camera. I was trying to set it up on the fly and I fucked some shit up. That's why I'm off camera right now. So I'm trying to fix it while we on the air. I'll probably have it right for the next show, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it right on the air. But thank y'all for these super chats coming in. Michael Holt says, flame on, Angry Man is fire. Thank you. Spitting truth and facts. Also, my man Perfect Blackness in the building says, Angry Man spoke big facts. All right, let's go. Go ahead and finish up what you were saying, brother Ray.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass
now do I understand that there's been social engineering among black people. Of course. That'll be I won't say a lot from the piece of hell, but that'll be if I just totally if I didn't know the poison one thing, I'd be like, man, all we gotta do is this. What I'm saying is, as black men, we ain't even talk. I'm not.
Just admit you're wrong.
Not
just
so much
you're wrong because you're like
stuttering
and stammering, and you're not making any sense.
No, because I know it. Okay.
See,
the social engineer have fucked our people up as a whole. We can't trust one another, and we showed our women. To trust more in the white man opposed to the black man by talking to the white men in our community.
All
right, man. Okay. All right, man.
Showed all women to appreciate the white. What are you talking about?
Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh, listen. The white man ain't gonna give you opportunity. The white man this. The white man that. The white man. And when they refer to a black man, they refer to black man as niggas.
You know what you sound like? You sound like a middle-aged single mother, bro. And you shouldn't be sounding like no middle-aged single mother, fam. If
I'm telling you what go on, bro, that's what go on.
Hey, what day does your EBT card get its funds, bro?
No, I don't get no EBT, brother.
You sure?
I'm not a YouTuber. I don't make my money from YouTube, bro.
You sure?
I'm not YouTube. I'm not a content creator or nothing like that. What I'm telling you, the black man.
I know you're not a content creator. What you are is a content creator, cliff note artist, is what you are. You listening to brothers talking some points, and then you coming up here doing your best rendition of it, but you don't know what you're talking about. You need to go back.
I know what I see. The thing is, you can't tell me what I see, bro. You can't tell me what I see.
You need to do what you need to do. What you need to do.
Come on, with. Tell me what I need to do.
The first thing you need to do is you need to take that socks hat off. That's the first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is you need to educate yourself.
No, angry man. The second thing you need to do is change that T-shirt with the stretched out collar. You shouldn't be on camera looking like that.
All right, come on, fellas. Yeah.
You know that socks hat. He need to get rid of that. But like, my thing is, look, you need to go educate yourself on what you're talking about, bro. Because you come in these spaces talking about stuff like this, you gonna get ripped apart. If you roll up on BGS, he gonna decimate you, bro. Like you already up here getting beat up. Like when I came on here, brothers was already hitting you with lefts, rights, hooks. You got a knot on your head right now, bro. And
again, y'all talking, all this talking, whoop the whoop. But one thing I know for sure.
What you know for sure?
One thing I know for sure. Y'all ain't gonna kill no crooked cops. Now what?
What's that got to do with anything?
Hey, whoa.
Whoa! I don't want to hear nothing. If you ain't talking about that, I'm talking about manhood.
Well, check this out. Number one, black man.
What's up? What happened? What's up?
All in here live in America.
Oh yeah, you know.
Everybody in here. No, I want to educate this brother real quick.
Come on, with
everybody in here, as far as I know, are law-abiding citizens. It is the responsibility of us to do what we're supposed to do in the legislative process, which is what we're lacking in right now, which is why there's so many policies that make it so difficult for us to do the things we need to do. We need to be lazy when it comes to policy, when it comes to lobbying, when it comes to legislation. We can actually get crooked cops punished.
When?
Instead of
if you're arguing that's full Maggle. So. You just went full Maggle on us with that one. You just exposed yourself. That's full Maggle.
All that whoop-de-whoop, all that talking and all that.
Listen, hold on, bro. You ain't about to try to win that. Hold on. Real quick, angry man.
me just say this, Bernard. Let me say this real quick. I'll let you get it, bro. So, brother, you saying that ain't nobody gonna do nothing about no crooked cops, right? Hello?
He says if you kill crooked cop, I'm saying his logic. That's what he believes.
Here's my question: how many have you killed?
None.
Then shut the fuck up.
I was just about
I don't even know who answered that for me, and I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say it on camera.
I was literally about to say that you can't come in here and try to win an argument by saying y'all not doing something that you're not doing. You can't make that as the standard to win or lose an argument. Somebody doing something that your ass ain't doing either. Because if you thought that was the solution to the problem that you came on here to argue about, then you'll be efforting some kind of plan to do that shit in reality, but you're not. So you really just use that as just a way to try to deflect the attention off your other bad arguments.
Is that it, Brother Ray? Is that it? Or do you believe that if we go out and kill crooked cops, that black women will act right? Is that what you think?
No. Hear what I'm saying.
Well, why would you say that comment? Why would you say that? Why'd you say that? Explain.
Hold on.
That was a better way to put it. Truth is, I know it because we were talking about black male, black female dynamics and whatnot. He just reached all the way to killing cops.
He had to answer that Obama phone real quick.
You won't be like Chris Dorner.
We got Mr. Palmer in the building, man. We got to get another one-on-one going. I've been meaning to reach out to you about it. We got to definitely get that back jumped off. But go ahead, man. Go ahead and give your take and what you got on this subject here that we own. We know we all over the place.
Hey,
while you do that, I'm gonna try to get my camera together.
I'll be honest with you, man. I was gonna say something, but Angry Man said it all to him. I mean, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's all cool. These black women are black men's downfall. For you to say that we have to basically take over whatever you're trying to say, it don't work like that, bro. It's designed, with the feminist movement. You know what I'm saying? The system got it designed to where they so-called run the black community. And they are a black man's downfall. That's why I call them baby mama terrorists. That's what they are. And that's why you hear me talk about fuck child support. When it comes to the black man, we on child support at a higher rate, even though blacks are 13% of the population, which I always say this before. And I tell people all the time, white men, they out of all men, white men on child support the most. They pay the most money, but we on child support at a higher rate.
Yeah. And like I tell people, the reason why a majority of us black men are on child support is due to failing relationships or divorce. You know what I'm saying? Because of spite, because of bitterness. That's what these baby mama terrorists does. And I asked many of these baby mama terrorists that, how the fuck do y'all want 20% of child support, but you don't want 50-50 equal parenting time, where it's split down the middle? Because it's all about the money. It's all about making the man suffer. It's all about causing havoc and destruction in his own household. I'm a living witness to this shit. And this has been on for many years. And like you say, feminist is one thing. And even this Black Lives Matter movement, some bullshit. Because you go look on their website, they want the same people that talk about basically eliminate the father out the picture and make the alphabet community and the transsexual the new daddy, to be a village. And that's facts. But when I tell people about this, they sit back and say, oh, you just against blacks being together, separation and sell out and bullshit, when all you got to do is go on the website and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But they won't do it. People don't like the truth, So what dude was talking about, like I said, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. But like I said, Angry Man said it, that's why I just came on here to laugh. Yo, he used that phone call as an excuse to get up out of here, get up out of the kitchen, man. That bell saved his ass.
Hey, once he said the kill a crooked cop, that conversation was over. That conversation was over.
I know one thing.
Y'all ain't gonna kill no crooked cops. How many have you killed, bro?
That'll solve the problem. If we kill all the crooked cops, we won't have problems.
He said he had to go after that. So I mean, hey, people don't like the truth, and you got a lot of steps out here that's gonna sit back and cater to these baby mama terrorists and make excuses and say it's the black man's fault, when these baby mama terrorists are the one who credit these weak ass blue pill simps or these emotional ass guys or people like him. that sit back trying to save these motherfuckers. So when it's all said and done, it's people like us that got to call this shit out, put it out there in the forefront, and try to get people to change the laws, not mine. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. We got to change the laws, not mine. You know, and go from there.
One thing he said earlier too that I noticed, he said most men are in jail because of women. You know, and it's like this is double speak. It was everything he said. He was on one side of the fence, on one over here, then over here he's on this side of the fence. So if you know that most men are in jail because of women, then you know you can't alpha your way out of that. You can't just lead your way out of that. It doesn't work that way. And he knows that these women are unruly. So I don't know why he's bullshitting like that. It just don't make sense unless he's doing it for attention like a bitch.
All right, we got a live one here. She says, you had a higher rate because of irresponsibility. To that, I say, how many of those women who will make that argument if the father of their children went to them and said, all right, check it out. I'm about to offer you the ultimate child support. 50-50. You get a kid to me 1 week and the kid with you the other week. I'm going to support the child when he's with me. You support the child when he's with you. You can't get better child support than that. Let's go. Let's go down to the courthouse and change up the whole and tear up the whole contract, get everything right. I'm offering you the ultimate child support. 50-50. Let's go. Well, how many of them will accept that deal?
They won't. Bro, they won't.
And if they're not willing to accept that deal, they're not willing. They cannot say anything about irresponsibility of men. They will not accept that deal. In fact, divorce courts proves they fight against that deal. Even when all the kids was born into the family with the father, been in their life the whole time, he going through divorce court, fighting for 50-50, and she fighting against it, knowing he a good dad. Well, so you know damn well them baby mamas ain't trying to do that shit. So it's a bullshit argument to blame the high rates of black child support on black men being irresponsible.
Here's the thing about it for Slayer Jim. First of all, if you skip your happy ass down to the courthouse to say that you need help supporting your child, then what the judge should do is he should grant custody to the father since your broke bum ass can't maintain that child. Because when brothers get custody of their children, they don't ask you sorry motherfucking bitches for one red fucking cent.
And again, the statistics say that 51% of black men are unmarried and childless. So that speaks to sexual responsibility. And then you got the CDC again, that study that says black men make the best fathers, which speaks to responsibility.
Facts.
And then you have, now here's a scary statistic. If you want to keep a pro-black community, 33% of all black men that got married with bachelor's degrees or higher, married interracially, they hopped the fence. So black men are saying, look, man, I need a woman a certain way. And we all know 98% of black men prefer black women. But when you got 33% of the college educated class is hopping the fence, that means that they're trying to be responsible because they don't want to get caught up in that child support rate. They don't want that. Now, black men are demanding more.
Now, peep this. She thinks she's smart. She said, grant custody to someone I have to go to court to get money from. Yeah, just like you fucked somebody that you have to go to court to get money from. Your black ass is the first irresponsible one.
Facts.
That's a fact.
You're irresponsible.
And you know what kills me about that? When you go on my Facebook, when I talk about these baby mama terrorists, they sit back and try to say, well, the guy's the one who nut in them. And then I ask them, I say, but if you saying these niggas that you call a piece of shit, dumb, childish and everything, you telling me you don't have the mindset since you're supposed to be the high up with the high IQ, worth $5 with the education, and I'm independent, the breadwinner. You telling me you don't have the mindset to prevent even getting pregnant? You got the morning after pill, you got the shot, you got the pill, you got the search and everything. You got like 15 remedies before it even get to that point to wear condoms. But yeah, you sit back, get pregnant. He already told you he don't want no kids, but you do it anyway because my body, my choice, and his responsibility. Then you want to go up to court and tell everybody on social media he's a deadbeat, low life, running for child support. He ain't worth a damn, but yet he pays child support. Where's the logic in that?
And let's not pretend like they don't go up there and do that to dads that they know that he's a good dad, but they want to have that. They want to have that control over the situation.
It's all about
control what they can get from him and when they can tell him when he can and cannot have them.
Exactly.
That's more of what it's about. It's more about that control after that relationship end. They want to be able to dictate shit. So they use the court system to dictate shit. It ain't about, it's normally not about I'm raising this child, he won't help me. I'm going to the system to ensure that I get some help for the child. That's normally not the case. And the fact that they will turn down that, and the fact that married women, like I said, when that married man is in court going through a divorce, fighting for 50-50, and the fact that married women who knows that they was with a decent man who's a good dad will fight against that shit, will fight against him getting 50-50. I ain't taking the word of a baby mama when she's saying that she only went to the system because that was the only way that she could get some type of help. They will do that left to their own devices. Left to their own devices, they will engage in that fuckery regardless of the quality of that man. They're gonna do some bullshit more than likely.
You actually do a contract. You can do.
It looks to me that if you get pregnant by a man who doesn't want to take care of his child, that sounds like irresponsibility.
Right.
And in the ADOS community, our women, we have the highest, teen or out of wedlock birth rates, and then we have the lowest marriage rates, and then when our women do get married, they get married last. So this puts a lot of pressure on black men, especially your most pro-black men who say, I'm only attracted to black women. I only sleep with black women. Well, god damn. I mean, you're walking over landmines now, because a lot of these women want to get pregnant. They're not going to tell you and say, I want you to get me pregnant. They don't say that. No, they don't tell you that they didn't take birth control for the last couple months. And then you end up getting them pregnant.
Hey, it's been a while since I had this meal, because we done decimated these talking points so bad. Most people know better than to come into this space saying this dumbass shit. But Steve, Shorty coming in here talking that stupid shit. First of all, when you go down to child support, you go down to the court to say that your child's father has not supported the child. You have to sign an affidavit. And in the language in that affidavit, it states that you affirm that you have not received a single cent in support. The vast majority of you are already committing a crime when you fill out that paperwork.
Right.
Because you some lying motherfuckers.
Yep.
And the reason why you able to get it through is because what happens is when it comes to that original summons to come to court, they don't hound you about that summons. Most dudes don't even know about that first court date.
I didn't.
By the time you find out about the court, by the time you find out about child support, the court date where you could come and challenge that affidavit has already came and gone, and they've already ruled in favor of her. And by the time you find out you owe child support, you probably gonna already be a couple $1,000s in debt.
It's gonna be more than that. It might be $10,000, because the thing is, the courts use these baby mama terrorists to fund them, because that's why they won't give a man 50-50 equal parenting. They rather give him every other weekend, if that, and put him on child support. I know plenty of fathers who make over 6 figures, where this baby mama terrorist don't even work, get Section 8, link card and everything else, or work a job at Walmart as a bagger. The thing is, they rather give it to her because he got the more money. They rather take that because they get funded $51 billion a year, if not more. So why would they give you equal parenting and you only get $300 because they still go by who make the most money, which is bullshit. They get $200 and they take you and get $1,500. So the courts don't give a fuck about the woman either, but that's who they use to get their funds.
And for the record,
bro, let me ask you a question.
Wait a minute, let me say this. Let me add what he just said. And for the record, that business model that he just broke down is courtesy of the 1994 crime bill that Joe Biden drafted. The dude that's running for president right now, he's the reason that goofy shit is going on.
Yep.
Yeah, what I wanted to ask, because you guys know more about this than I do.
Oh yeah, I know.
Isn't it with child support that money goes into like an escrow account, and then the state gets interest off that for maybe it might be a month's worth of interest or something like that, and then it goes to the mother. Doesn't it work like a racket somehow like that? Can you speak to that?
They get their cuts, bro, and that's what I'm saying. People actually believe that the child support don't get a dime off the shit when actually the judges actually get a percentage of each child support into their motherfucking pension.
Yeah.
People don't know this though. People actually think that they get all their money. It don't work like that. They get interest, they get percentage, they get every motherfucking thing. They not doing this for nothing. It's why you think when the stimulus checks came out, everybody was forgiven from college loans, tax debt, but when it came to child support, they said, "No, we taking that shit." They didn't give a fuck. If you got rears, they took it.
Yeah.
My question is, where in the fuck are the black women at right now that should be hopping on this panel in support of what we're talking about? There should be 1,000 YouTube channels of women speaking up, talking about this so we can have strong families and a better community. But they're not.
They out there hollering Black Lives Matter, trying to set another black man up for failure, bro.
Yep.
I'm just being real with you.
They don't even get the money. Just like you said, they get a cut.
They get a piece of action, bro.
A piece of that action. Because I know for a fact they don't get all of the money. The women
they don't, bro.
Money.
No.
They don't. They give them what they want them to have.
Well, my uncle died. He died about a year ago. And I was going through his mail, and one of it, it was one from like the state or the county, and I was looking at his child support statement. He paid over $300,000 in child support. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's just a giant number to look at. Over $300,000.
You know why? Because 9 out of 10, majority of that shit was interest that they charged. I'm sure he didn't owe no $300,000. He didn't pay no $300,000 no child support. It might have been a lot of interest that he owed, because they charge a lot of interest. They take your taxes, they take your stimulus, they take your if you win a lottery, or if you go to the casino, they take that first. And you want to thank Bill Clinton that came out the Deadbeat Act back, I think in 2000. I want to say 2009 or some shit like that. But he the one is the reason why people lose their CDL license, they lose their gun license, they lose their passports, they lose their driver's license, they lose everything because it's quote unquote the Deadbeat Act. If you over in Illinois, I'm in Illinois. If you over $2,500 in back child support, or if you ain't paid within in Illinois, if you ain't paid in 6 months straight, you automatically can go to jail and lose all these incentives that we so-called get from the government.
Yeah, because all of that was tied in. Look, anybody that's a Gen Xer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your entire legacy got stolen from you by Joe Biden and Bill Clinton.
Of course, Democrats.
They destroyed. They're really, if you really look at that era, that's the beginning of the decline of America.
Break it down for us, Angry Man.
Where they basically sent, they got in bed with corporations to send the jobs off to get free labor. This is when you start to see the decline in the manufacturing in America, us actually building stuff. We had got to the point where we were already farming stuff out, but we was still building some stuff. So you start to see the decline in Motor City, the decline in the auto manufacturers up in Detroit.
Clinton did that in 96, or was it 94 with NAFTA?
Yep, with NAFTA. So then you see the decline, because at the time I had a job. I had a freaking union job that I lost because of that BS, right? At a textile plant. So you see the decline in the textile plants. You see a decline in the furniture factories.
Aluminum.
Decline in manufacturing in general. Now, just keep in mind, this is around the time where the average black person, the average black man, is not a college graduate. So the average black man is a working class dude, high school diploma, maybe dropout, but he can still get these type of jobs. Those jobs got shipped off. So that left brothers scrambling to try to get work. This is where you start to see this increase in black women who work in corporate America, but brothers are looking and scrambling for jobs. And this whole concept that black men are lazy and shiftless, when if you go back prior to Bill Clinton doing that with NAFTA and all of that BS, a black man with a third grade education could get a job. He could get a job that was sufficient enough to take care of his family, bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you got the 94 crime bill Joe Biden put into place. What did he put that into place for? Why? Because now it's time to clean up the streets. Because we done made all the money we needed to make off of the crack era, the drug trade, which was all about funding a war and in the Contras and all of that BS. So it's like, okay, we done opened Pandora's box. We got to try to close it somehow. So what we'll do is we'll put 100,000 new cops on the street. We'll come up with these new mandatory minimums. We'll come up with the 3-strike rule. We'll come up with all of these things so that we can get all of these people off the street that's been, selling drugs or whatever, right? So then what's the benefit to this? The benefit to this is the Clintons and Joe Biden and them, they're tied into privatized prisons. So now all of a sudden you see an increase in this prison industry where they've privatized it. So then you see an increase in prison population. America represents only 8% of the world population, but we have 25% of its prisoners. This is because of that 1994 crime bill. You also have in the 94 crime bill, the Violence Against Women Act. So because of that, whenever there's a domestic disturbance at your house and the police come out, in most jurisdictions, they have to arrest somebody, even if it's an argument. Even if it's an argument, they have to arrest somebody. And they arrest the guy because that's all centered around the Duluth model, which is the guy is always the aggressor, right? And you know which households they come into first. You feel me? Because you know who calling the cops first.
Right.
You know, so you have all of these different things going on with this crime bill, and you got these individuals now running around here screaming Black Lives Matter and let's elect Joe Biden, who basically contributed to mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying? He's been in bed with the financial corporations. He's the main reason that most jurisdictions are going to convict to lock you up, because in that 94 crime bill, it gave financial incentive to lock up more people. States lock up.
They're free to cheap labor. You can make somebody, they can sew up some jeans or, do your book your flight for 32 cents an hour.
Facts. So you got a double benefit, because on the one hand, you got the cheap or free labor that you get from the prisoners, but in addition to that, he fixed it so that the government would send each state a certain amount of money for every head they put in the prison bed. Okay, so you got that goofiness going on, and then at the same time, the same exact guy that set up all of this crap, he picks Kamala Harris as his running mate.
Right.
You knew that was a joke then.
Yo, a chick that has a record so horrible and her administration so corrupt that they had to dismiss hundreds of cases because they were that fruit of a poison tree, that tampering with evidence, all of that BS.
Right.
And she broke the record in California for incarcerating Black men. Broke the record. And it's like, bruh, you're dealing with and you got black people running around with a Black Lives Matter picket sign talking about we got to get Trump out of there.
Right. And you get like the brother was saying before about the Black Lives Matter website, and you go on that website and it says, we want to dismantle the requirement to be able to survive by having the Western notions of a nuclear family, basically meaning that they want to make it easier to not have an intact family.
Yep.
For women, but they don't say easier for men. They're saying easier. It says easier for women and children, meaning that's going to make it harder for Black men, or at least it's going to incentivize women to keep Black men out of the home even more than it is today.
Right.
And then furthermore, you look at this with Biden and NAFTA and just globalism. When they talk about, how they used to talk about, there's world hunger has decreased by 85%, and there's less hungry people, starving people around the world. We've done such a good job of that. Well, the reason that they were able to do that is because they shipped a lot of these jobs in red states, in these manufacturing states. They shipped those jobs overseas, so people in China and people in India, they could make, they could get paid $1 a day and be able to eat off that, and they're living a little bit better. But we lost our good jobs. And then what they do is they say, hey, don't worry, we'll just lock them niggas up, and you white boys can get jobs as CEOs, and you could be a corrections officer, a police officer, or maybe you could make police chief. And so then you got Black Lives Matter coming around saying, no, we want to shatter mass incarceration, but we're not interested in bringing jobs back for white America. So these white men in middle America, they're like, what? If we don't have police and talking about defunding the police, and if Trump gets out of office, it's back to globalism. So we're not going to bring these jobs back from overseas. So it's like on both sides, it's like, it seems like we're just fucked either way almost.
Yo,
all right, real quick, hold on real quick, because Mr. Palmer trying to share something, so I do want to see what he's trying to bring up here on the screen, and I apologize to the people that I missed on the super chats. I know Perfect Blackness sent one, I didn't get to read it, but shout out to you, thanks for that super chat. Nick Penn in the building, he said they need plausible deniability. This is why they gaslight and say he is a deadbeat, knowing she chose to have sex with him. Black Wolf Inc. back in the building. I know I missed one of yours. I think you super chatted the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. He says between 1930 and 1990, the Democrats had control of the Senate and the Congress regularly. Also, let's see who else we got in here on the super chat. I think the brother P Dat came through with a super chat. Let's see real quick. I'm trying to scroll down to get caught up with the chat. And P Dat, that brother P Dat in the building, he says facts. It's called the primary aggressor. I think he's talking about that Duluth model. The angry man was talking about the primary aggressor rule. All of this ish is based off patriarchy theory. Very few people in this space has as much thorough understanding as Valdez. Real talk. It's a real good video. One of the pre-recorded video. Well, actually, you've been leaving up more shit now. So I'm glad about that. But one of your pre-recorded, one of your shorter pre-recorded videos, he was breaking that down with a chick on there. I highly recommend that one for everybody, because he really broke down a lot of good shit on that one. Perfect Blackness came back through with another one. He says, I won't be voting for Trump or the Dixiecrats, but the Dems made a huge mistake picking Harris as VP. It's guaranteed a Trump re-election. Thanks, Perfect Blackness, for the super chat. And right now we about to pass the mic to Mr. Palmer, so he can break down whatever it is he got on the screen up here.
About the Black Lives Matter, it's their website, and you can see it right here what it's saying about Black Lives Matter was founded in 2013 in response to the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murderer. Black Lives Matter Foundation Incorporated is a global organization in the U.S., UK, and Canada whose mission is to eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on Black communities by the state and vigilantes. By combating the countering acts of violence, creating space for Black imaginations and innovation, and centering Black joy, we are winning immediate improvements in our lives. Yeah, it sounds good. Okay.
Scroll down some. That's where that fuckery come in a little
right,
bit.
That's what I was saying. That's what I said. It sounds good.
Read the small print.
Right. Exactly. Now, here we go. We are expansive. We are collective liberators who believe in inclusive and spacious movement. We also believe in the order to win and bring as many people with us along the way. We must move beyond the narrow nationalism that is too prevalent in Black communities. We must ensure we are building a movement that brings us all of us to the front. Okay, sounds good. Now here we go to the reaffirm.
Hold on. Does it sound good? What does nationalism in Black communities mean? What's that even mean?
I don't know, but it just sounds good.
Well, now it's getting vague right now.
That's very vague. I don't know what that means.
It moved from sounding good to getting vague, and then now they working their way on down to the bullshit.
Exactly. I don't agree with none of this shit, but that's what I'm saying. Now here we go. We affirm the lives of not Black people, not Black men or Black women. We affirm the lives of Black, queer, and trans folks, disabled folks, undocumented folks, folks with records, women, of course, and all black lives along the gender spectrum. Our network centers those who have marginalized within black liberation movements. Now, do you see anything about black men?
Yeah, no. I do. I see it right there. It says our network centers those who have been marginalized within black liberation movements. They're talking about us. We were the ones that were doing the marginalizing, right? Because black men were so sexist during the liberation movement 60 years ago that they're holding the young black men accountable today for, some bullshit that happened back then.
But no, but they're reimagining everything. Like, listen to their rhetoric now. They speak as if black women were the ones leading the civil rights movement. They speak now. I heard Joe Biden in his little interview with Cardi B talk about how black women's clothes were torn off by dogs being sicked on them, and kids' skin was knocked off of them because they was getting sprayed with fire hoses. So now it went from black men getting attacked by German shepherds and sprayed with fire hoses to it was only black women and black children that were attacked. Writing black men out of history.
Right.
So check this out. We are working for a world where black lives are no longer systematically targeted for demise. The fuck they talking about? We affirm our humanity, our contribution to this society, and our resilience in the face of deadly oppression. The call for Black Lives Matter is a rallying cry for all black lives striving for liberation. Bullshit.
Somewhere else on that website, it talks about the about dismantling the requirements to live like successfully, where you have to have a nuclear family.
You know what?
Maybe that's
you're right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you see it before.
I got that raising a village and all that.
There's a part of it where they talk about dismantling the patriarchy, and they talk about they literally lay out their LGBTQ and all of that. There's a part right there that was the vague part of it.
Yeah.
The other part of it, they really break down how what they really about.
And what they do, they call them cis, meaning not SIS but CIS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cissexual or some shit. Hold on. I gotta
find straight. That means straight and healthy.
But you see it just on here alone, they not talking about fathers except basically getting rid of us. And this is the shit I'm supposed to go out there and support. And how the Black Lives Matter, the organization is full of shit. They generated $5 billion and they ain't did shit in no black communities. $5 billion they generated from donations and everything, and they ain't did shit for no black communities. They came out. Look, they came out here in Chicago a month ago, and in Inglewood, one of the roughest neighborhoods in the South Side, and the whole neighborhood forced their ass right back out the neighborhood because they didn't want their ass there. And the reason being because a lot of young kids been getting killed left and right since Father's Day, and not one time as a Black Lives Matter anything came around. Now all of a sudden here you come for some bullshit that happened. They ran their ass out the neighborhood. They didn't want them there.
Man, look, the realest thing, look, everybody, I say stuff about Biden and I say stuff about Trump. What I'm seeing is there's a lot of black people in this space. They either don't have a problem with Trump, or if they do have a problem with Trump, they not rocking with Joe Biden. So right. I'm good on all of it. But my thing is this. When I seen a post that somebody put up on Facebook where it said, Donald Trump says Black Lives Matter is bad for black people. I said, bruh, look, people keep trying to get me to dislike dude, but he keeps saying shit I like.
I have no problem with Trump.
He keeps saying shit I like, bruh. I'm not going to sit here and say that the dude is not racist. I'm not going to say he's not prejudiced. I'm not going to say none of that. All I know is this. It's better than that than Joe Biden. My bad, Bernard. I'm trying not to curse on nobody's platform.
I don't know how you gonna pull that off. I don't know how.
If you put those two in a room, Joe Biden, Trump is the lesser of the two evils, whether you like him or not. Like, I mean,
personally, I don't like Trump because He's a pathological liar. He lies all the time. And I wouldn't let him lead a marching band telling all them lies like that. But I don't like you said. I don't like Biden either, though. He ain't shit.
Here's the thing about Trump. The thing about Trump is he's not a pathological liar. He's a bad liar.
Yeah.
The other politicians are good liars.
You know what? They did something on that where they did a breakdown. This is when he was running against Hillary. How they were basically explaining how her lies would be lies that you had to do some research to figure out, damn, she just lied her ass off. Right. Because it would be very cryptic and it would be smart and it would be, vague details that she left out that when you know the vague details or when you really dig into it, you could figure out that, oh, she lying her ass off. But a Donald Trump lie is like literally he did something yesterday on camera, and then they say, hey, you did that yesterday. No, I didn't. Like, no, nigga, we saw you.
Remember what he said too, or when Hillary, she goes, she gave that speech, and they got a transcript of the speech. It was to one of these investment banks, one of them big ass investment banks, and she goes, "There's the private Hillary Clinton, and then there's the public Hillary Clinton," and that speaks to the two-faced nature of Hillary that you're speaking of.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Yeah, Angry Man, are you going live? Because I gotta wrap this up. I gotta try to hurry up and call my son's school.
Live in a few, but yeah, Donald Trump's lies is like Chris Rock said, where he's like, our lies is like, I was at Tony's house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like a clearly, easily confirmable nigga. You lying? We caught you on tape yesterday. You literally said this. No, I didn't. I didn't say that. Like we know. But damn, I hate to shut it down when these numbers bad. But I got to get off here. So yeah, damn it, I hate when I got to do this. But Mr. Palmer, we will be doing we'll be doing a one-on-one. I'll be contacting you. I got your cell phone number, so yeah, I'll be sending you a text.
Hey, Angry Man, we gotta do something too, bro. I like what you're talking, man.
Hey, man, holler at me. We can get it right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, Larry Ward, thank you for that super chat real quick. I don't even got time to read them because I got to get up out of here. Captain Sicko, thank you. Appreciate everybody who hit the Cash App, hit the super chat, who liked, shared, subscribed. The numbers was great today, man. This was a great show. It was a doozy. Even Brother Ray came back down in the queue, but I can't even bring him up because I gotta go. I'm out of here.